What are you guys listening to?
Music.
Your local live country radio station.
This is my favorite station.
I love it.
Cajun 107.
WHMD Hammond.
It's time for high school football action on Cajun 107. Your game of the week is brought to you by Bill Hood Import Corner, Kate Street Seafood Station, Beth Mazzell, Vixis Fiber, Commodore's Pizza, Tangi Parish Government Litter, The Track Coalition, V. Watts Furniture, Tangipahoa Parish Sheriff Daniel Edwards, Salty Joe's Barbecue, Florida Parish Juvenile Detention, Velocity Clinical Research, Tula Title, Coupe de Ville, Jimmy Travis for Tangipahoa Parish Sheriff, Bennett's Towing, Alexis de Corbier. And now, let's send it out to the field. And with the call of tonight's game, here's Chris Coleman and Travis Connelley.
A pleasant good evening to you wherever you might be. Welcome to high school football here on Cajun 107.1. Chris Coleman with you. Travis Connelley will be along with us in just a few moments. We are live at the Swamp in Ponchatoula. A beautiful night for high school football. Week 1 of the regular season is upon us. And tonight, the Green Wave of Coach Trey Willie hosting the Wildcats from Walker High School. They have made the drive over from Livingston Parish. A rematch of the opening game of last season. We'll tell you a little bit more about that as we go throughout our pregame here. A great night for football, great night all around at Ponchatoula High as they will be celebrating the state championship boys basketball team from last season. They will be getting their rings tonight, and just an all-around great night here at the Swamp in Ponchatoula. We want to thank you for joining us, making us part of your night. We cannot do this without all of our terrific sponsors, the Bill Hood Import Corner, Kate Street Seafood Station, Beth Mizell, Vexus Fiber, Commodore's Pizza, Tangipahoa Parish Government Litter, the Track Coalition, V. Watts Furniture, Tangipahoa Parish Sheriff Daniel Edwards, Salty Joe's Barbecue, Florida Parish Juvenile Detention Center, Velocity Clinical Research, Tula Title, Coupe de Ville, Jimmy Travis for Tangipahoa Parish Sheriff, Bennett's Towing, Camps Tire, who will sponsor our player of the game, and State Farm agent Alexis de Corbier, who is our touchdown sponsor again this season. So we are about 27 minutes away from kickoff here. A great night. What we'll do is we'll let you hear from some of our terrific sponsors, and then when we come back, we will set the stage for you for tonight's matchup between the Wildcats and the Green Wave. Back in 2 minutes, you are listening to high school football on Cajun 107.1.
At Hood Import Corner, we've got what it takes to keep you cool this summer with the new Hyundai from our brand new showroom on Morrison Boulevard. I'm Stephen Blaze with Bill Hood Hyundai, and I'm inviting you to come visit our newly redesigned Hyundai facility in Hammond. Need service? We've got that too, and we're open on Saturdays for your convenience. Plus, at Bill Hood, we've got something for anyone looking for a pre-owned vehicle, and the savings are huge. If you're in the market for a new vehicle this summer, come see what's waiting for you at Bill Hood Hyundai or visit us online at BillHoodHyundai.com.
Our team at Kate Street Seafood Station works hard every day to deliver a great dining experience to you and your family. Whether it's lunch with a coworker, a craft cocktail from our amazing bar, or a romantic dinner with your sweetie, our diverse menu from sushi to delicious steak dinner is sure to satisfy your cravings or your loved ones. Kate Street is also serving up fresh specials daily. Enjoy great food and even better company at Kate Street Seafood Station in downtown Hammond. Don't forget to check Kate Street Seafood Station out on Facebook and Instagram.
The transformers blew out, knocking out communication.
Weatherproof your internet with Vexus Fiber and stay connected.
That's the wind gusts right there.
The Vexus network is built underground to perform better when extreme weather hits. Enjoy all-weather reliability, complete whole-home Wi-Fi coverage with Boost, world-class customer service, and super-fast speeds up to 1 gig.
On the verge of a historic landfall?
Visit VexusFiber.com to learn about their internet deals starting at $39.99 per month. Make the switch to Vexus Fiber today. Limited time offer. Service is not available in all areas and subject to availability.
Voted best pizza by Tangy Lifestyles? Commodore's Pizza, of course. The best darn pizza in town, not to mention the friendliest service. Call your to-go orders in ahead of time because when you get there, you're going to see that so many others are craving that Commodore's too. In Hammond and now A-Meat too. Whether dining in or taking it to go, make your plans to enjoy Commodore's this football season in A-Meat or Hammond before, during, or after the ball games. For more details, look them up on Facebook or go to CommodoresPizza.com.
Welcome back to the Swamp in Ponchatoula. Chris Coleman live with you. Travis Connelley will be joining us shortly. We are getting you set for the opening week of the 2023 high school football season. Of course, got underway last night, but our first game here on Cajun 107.1, and it is a good one. The Walker Wildcats have made the drive over here to Ponchatoula to take on the Green Wave. And two teams, you talk about a jamboree. You can't really take a whole lot from a jamboree, but the results last week, Walker beat a very good Denham Springs team 16-0. Ponchatoula fell 22-0 to St. Charles. Of course, St. Charles, a two-time defending state champion, and appear from what we saw last week to be very loaded yet again. But this is going to be a good test for this Ponchatoula football team. Last year, in the season opener, it was a 33-13 victory for the Green Wave against the Walker Wildcats. And Walker has had to replace quite a bit off of their squad from last year. They lost their starting quarterback. All of their, 4/5 of their offensive line, and again, 4 new starters on offense, or 4 returning starters, on offense, 4 returning starters on defense. So this is a team that you wouldn't necessarily say that they're a young football team, but they are a team that is replacing a lot of production from last year. We'll talk about some of their standouts here. Their top returning players. Well, first off, their style of offense is going to be a very good test for this Ponchatoula team. Walker is a team that will spread you out. They will run 4 wide receiver sets pretty much all night, and they have some guys that can do some damage with the football once they get their hands on it. Their top returning players, Ja'Cory Thomas, who was actually their leading rusher last year, had over 600 yards rushing last year, 300 yards receiving. He is going to be at a wide receiver spot along with Warren Young. Thomas is a 6'2", 195-pound senior. Young, a 6'1", 190-pound senior. At the running back spot for Walker, a name that Ponchatoula fans will somewhat be familiar with, Clyde McClendon. If you're a fan of a certain age, you remember Ronald McClendon, who was here at Ponchatoula. That is his son. He is at Walker, and he is a 6 foot, 225-pound junior. Had 375 yards on the ground last year. Talking with some of the Walker people before the game, he kind of has a wrist problem right now, so we don't know if he is going to be on hand tonight. Teams are warming up right now. They don't have their uniforms on, so we don't know if he is going to play tonight, but if so, he is a guy that can do a lot of damage with the football. The offensive line, they have 1 returning starter on the offensive line. It is Mason Ball. He is a senior. He is 6'1", 255 pounds. This is a very, you hesitate to say a small offensive line. They have 5'10", 260-pound center, Bradley Pickering. The guards are going to run 220, 245, or Bradley Creel rotates in. He is 6'2", 285. He is their biggest lineman. And then the tackles, Ball, as we said, 6'1", 255, and Steven Nelson, 6'3", 270. So this is going to be a team, like we said, that will spread Ponchatoula out, and they have some guys that can really hurt you once they get their hands on the football in the open field. So it should be a great test for this Ponchatoula defense here tonight. what we will do is we will take another 2-minute timeout. We come back. We'll kind of set the stage for Ponchatoula, talk about what we saw last week and what we can expect to see this time out for Coach Willie's Green Wave. Back in 2 minutes, you're listening to high school football on Cajun 107.1.
Hi, this is Robbie Miller, Tangelo Parish President. We live in such a beautiful area, but sometimes people litter. The only cure for litter is you. We would love your help in keeping Tangipahoa beautiful, whether it's just you doing your part by not littering or by joining one of our cleanups. Be a part of the solution, not the pollution, and help us keep Tangipahoa beautiful.
District 12 State Senator Beth Mizell knows the importance of good teamwork, of striving to be the best. Beth is a natural leader as our state senator, and she wants to continue to serve the people of District 12. As a former educator, Beth Mizell knows how important education is and supporting the local schools of Tangipahoa Parish. Beth fights every day on our behalf. So, on October 14th, she asks for your vote and for your continued support of the hard work she's doing for our area.
Paid for by Beth Mizell for Louisiana.
Take a short drive to the country. V-Watts Furniture Company. It's worth the drive. 13060 Florida Boulevard in Livingston, Louisiana. With over 60 years in the furniture business, I'd take that drive. Or I'd even call 225-686-7238. V-Watts Furniture Company. Home of Giant 10 sales, trade days, 0% financing. Always something going on the weekend at V-Watts Furniture Company. Down home folk. That's who I want to do business with. Miss Tammy, Denton Dansby, and the whole gang. V-Watts Furniture Company.
Drive a little, save a lot. V-Watts Furniture.
Fill in the blank. Are you an adult over the age of 21? Are you a parent? Do you have parents? If so, it doesn't matter how big your blank is.
Oh, my.
The word we were looking for was heart. If you don't speak out against underage drinking, no one will know how you truly feel. Encourage others to keep alcohol away from kids, because when it comes to youth access to alcohol, indifference is a dirty word.
Brought to you by the Track Coalition. Change starts with us.
Welcome back. Chris Coleman, Travis Connelley will be joining us shortly, and a great night here in Ponchatoula. Of course, the Green Wave boys basketball team winning the state championship last year. They will have their ring ceremony, or having their ring ceremony here, and just a great run, defeating New Iberia in the state championship game last year, getting their rings here tonight. Halftime, we will actually talk with head coach Tom Taylor of the Green Wave boys basketball team, kind of put a recap on last season and look ahead to this season coming up here. But we've got a great football game ahead of us tonight here. The Green Wave, like we said, won this game 33-13 last year against Walker. Walker replacing a lot of talent off of last year's team. Last week, Ponchatoula fell 22-0 to St. Charles. A game that really the final score didn't tell you just how close that game was. St. Charles had a scoop and score that led to a touchdown, and Ponchatoula put one or two drives together. Turnovers hurt the Green Wave last week, and it just really they were never really able to get a consistent offense going. The defense was a strong point, played hard until the end. Like we said, had the turnover that caused that led to one score, and so they really only gave up one drive, if you will. There was another big play on a busted coverage that they gave up. So the defense was a strong point for the Green Wave, but we'll see this Walker offense playing four wide tonight. That's going to really test those linebackers. They're going to maybe have to cover a little bit more than they did last week against St. Charles. And so it's going to be interesting to see how they respond to that here this evening for the Green Wave. But the start of an incredible high school football season, and where else would you rather be than watching or listening to high school football on a Friday night, a tremendous night here. And, again, just the incredible night here, the atmosphere as they celebrate the state championship team from last year. Alan Graves walking to get his ring right now, and he was such a big part of that state championship team last year. Great to see these young men get recognized, and a wonderful turnout here tonight for this ring ceremony here for the Ponchatoula Green Wave 2022 state championship boys basketball team. We will take another break, and when we come back, Travis will join us, and we'll continue to set the stage here as we get set for kickoff about 15 minutes away between the Wildcats and the Ponchatoula Green Wave. Back in 2 minutes, you listen to high school football on Cajun 107.1.
School zones ensure our children's safety when they're arriving and leaving school. I'm Sheriff Daniel Edwards, and when you see a school zone sign, please slow down and drive the speed limit. School zones are often very busy, so be sure to watch out for students crossing the street, boarding the buses, or getting into other vehicles. Also, remember to put away your cell phones while you are driving. I'm Sheriff Daniel Edwards, and let's all have a safe school year.
Fun things are happening during football season and all the time at Salty Joe's in Hammond. During football season, they have appetizer specials like $36 margarita towers, $25 beer towers, and $3 seltzer during LSU games and Sunday and Monday nights. Or if you're more of a brunchy type, have yourself some bottomless mimosas Saturdays from 11 to 2 and Sundays from 10 to 2. So the next time you think football and fun, think Salty Joe's. Salty Joe's on Range Road in Hammond.
Parents, do you sometimes find yourself glued to your phone, even when your kids are around? This is Joseph Dominic, Executive Director of the Florida Parishes Juvenile Justice District. Life is so busy these days, and we all seem to be attached to our phones, either talking or looking at social media. Are you living in the moment? Remember, your kids are watching you and learning from you. Be that positive adult role model that teaches, inspires, and loves. That's the good stuff that builds success. And if you've ever considered a career as a positive adult role model, please visit fpjdc.org, where you can apply for a job making a difference in a young person's life.
This is Chief Jimmy Travis, candidate for your next sheriff. From my years of experience in law enforcement, I've learned it takes time and determination to learn to lead and serve in your community. We salute all of our young men and women who work hard every day to play and participate in a sport. To all of our area players, cheerleaders, trainers, band members, we are proud of your dedication. You have learned to be leaders, and we wish you luck this football season. Paid for by Jimmy Travis for Sheriff Campaign.
Welcome back to the Swamp. Chris Coleman, along with Travis Connelley, who has made his way up to the booth here. Finally. Hey, busy man.
Busy. But duty calls with the 9 to 5.
There you go. And, hey, where else would you rather be, though, than here in the Swamp week one?
Hey, back at the old alma mater for me.
There you go. And we kind of hit on, some of it in pregame already. But this was a team or a game last year. Ponchatoula won 33-13. Walker has 4 starters back on both sides of the ball. And so it's a team, you hesitate to call it a young team, but it's a team that had to replace a lot of production from last year. But this is a team that is led by an incredible head coach. If you follow high school football in the state of Louisiana, you know the name Chad Mahaffey. So many years at U-High, made the transition over to Walker, starting his 3rd year at Walker. He's been there 3 years, 12-17. But overall, as a head coach, 118 wins, 37 losses.
Well, it goes back to the saying, Rome wasn't built in a day. But knowing, Coach Mahaffey and his success that he built over at U-High, right now, present day, 2023, he has that arrow definitely pointing in the right direction with this Wildcat program.
Absolutely. And it's kind of a change in identity, so to speak, I grew up in Livingston Parish and graduated from Live Oak, and Walker was one of our rivals. And, going back to as long as I can remember watching high school football, Walker always had a great running back. And they were, they had that guy you could give it to 30, 40 times a game, and he could produce for you. Well, now Coach Mahaffey comes in. These guys are running 4 wide receivers. So talk about, we talked about the Ponchatoula linebackers and had a whale of a game last week. Stretching them out a little bit, that's going to affect that defense and going to be interesting to see how the Green Wave defense responds to that.
Yeah, I mean, last week St. Charles Catholic kind of gave them a little bit of everything, a little bit of the passing game, a little bit of the running game, as opposed to Ponchatoula mostly establishing the run last week with, the running that RPO all the time with through Bishop Davis. But it's basically the breakdown tonight is just how good. You mentioned the linebackers, just how good can those guys be? Albert Smith was outstanding last week. I think it'll carry over tonight because the excitement and everything that built up. And we talked about it last week with it being exciting for being a jamboree game. It's going to be even more tonight, week 1. It's the dawn of a new season.
Absolutely. We're getting set for the presentation of our colors and our national anthem here. So what we'll do is we'll take one more 2-minute break, and then when we come back, we should be set to go up until kickoff here. We'll let you hear from some more of our terrific sponsors. You're listening to High School Football on Cajun 107.1.
Camps Tires in LaRonger is ready to get you road ready for those football road trips. Most brands and sizes of tires, inspection stickers, oil changes, and minor automotive repairs. Camps Tires in LaRonger is located 1 minute north of the 4-way stop sign at the intersection of Morris Road and Highway 40. Only 10 minutes from Hammond. Camps Tires in LaRonger. Open Monday through Friday, 8 to 4:30. Clean, great service, great prices. Call or stop by Camps Tires in LaRonger today. 878-8420.
You can help fight deadly diseases like RSV and influenza while getting paid for your time. Velocity Clinical Research is now seeking clinical trial participants in your area. Participants can receive compensation for study-related time. No health insurance is needed to join. Find a study near you at velocitytrials.com. That's velocitytrials.com.
Hey, Tangy neighbors, Tula Title wants to thank you for supporting your local business. Whether it's a vehicle registration, renewal, title transfer, or any notary services, Tula Title is here and willing to help. We are open 6 days a week, Monday through Saturday, located at 175 West Hickory Street in, you guessed it, Ponchatoula. Call us today at 985-467-1281 or find us on the web at tulatitle.com. We hope to see you soon.
This is Jeremy of Coupe de Ville, the Cadillac of Buffalo Wings in Hammond and they meet. With daily specials, sports on the big screens, and ice-cold beer, we strive to keep you coming back for more of our award-winning wings.
Coupe de Ville is excited to announce the opening of their brand new location at 287 South Morrison Boulevard, and they can't wait for you to see the new place. Coupe de Ville, the Cadillac of Buffalo Wings, has a whole new vibe, love, peace, and chicken wings. From Coupe de Ville.
Welcome back. Chris Coleman, Travis Connelley with you. Well, I say Travis is with us. They're playing the Ponchatoula alma mater here, and as an alum, he's solely focused on that. So I'm going to be by myself here for about 2 minutes. But great atmosphere here tonight, a huge crowd on hand, and we are about 6.5 minutes away from kickoff here this evening. Slightly cooler temperatures as we move into September. Weatherman says 84 right now. Feels like 91. Hey, from where we were, we will absolutely take that as we are just a few minutes away from kickoff here this evening at the Swamp. Sun has made its way down behind the trees over on the far side, and it is a cooler night here in Ponchatoula, Louisiana.
Sorry about that.
All right, Travis is back with us,
Right,
and
I'm back. It's been a minute since I've done that.
Hey, you're better than I am. I don't even know the words to my alma mater from my high school, so you're doing better than I am there.
Well, you mentioned just a second ago, the weather, and obviously the one disadvantage I would say being here at Ponchatoula, at least for the media, is we're facing west.
That is true. We were talking about that earlier.
But hey, I'm not complaining. Tonight the sun is setting and beautiful weather as Walker runs out through their banner and over to the visiting sideline opposite us.
And the Wildcats in their green headgear, the white jerseys with the green numerals trimmed in gold, the gold pants with the green stripes down the side. Ponchatoula in the green headgear, the green jerseys, white numerals, and white bottoms here tonight. And Travis, we talked about the defense for Ponchatoula. Offensively, what do they need to do to get it rolling here tonight?
Well, really, they need to, like we talked about last week, they really tried to establish the run, which, yeah, do that. But I would say, really try to open up with the pass a little bit. You had all those weapons we talked about prior to the game last week with St. Charles. Open it up a little bit. I'm thinking that, Coach Willie really learned something from his ball club last week. And, if you're a Green Wave fan, you're hoping is that, hey, you can find some success as well through the air in addition to the ground game. Don't shy away from the ground game, but try to mix in some air raid a little bit.
Well, and you mentioned air raid, and, of course, that's Coach Willie's background, playing for Hal Mummy at Southeastern. And, so he's going to want to throw that football wherever he can. The captains here tonight for Walker will be number 1, Asa Rutherford, number 66, Brantley Tate, and
number 24 there on the end.
24 is Travion Thomas. For Ponchatoula, number 1, Albert Smith, number 8, Jamal Sapp, two of those standout linebackers, number 3, Bishop Davis, and number 79, Travis Brumfield, your captains. And, again, should be a great night for football here in the Swamp. And we want to thank you for joining us and making us part of your night here. Like we said, I did not see an empty seat to be had in the place. We've got some standing room only. The students are out in full force. The Swamp is going to be rocking here tonight. And where else would you rather be than right here? The best seat in the house. Ponchatoula has won the toss. They will defer. And Walker is going to get the football first to start this one.
A little bit different from last week. I believe, if I remember right, Ponchatoula won the toss and received.
I believe so.
So really, trying to establish or set the tone, really, if you're Ponchatoula in a different way this week against Wildcats.
Absolutely. As, let's see. Yes, St. Charles did receive the kickoff. I'll take that back. St. Charles did receive last week, so they deferred again. So Coach Willie wanting to give that defense another opportunity here as we are just about set for the kickoff. Want to remind you that coming up at halftime tonight, it is your Bill Hood Import Corner halftime report. Nissan and Hyundai at the Bill Hood Import Corner, North Morrison Boulevard in Hammond. And we want to remind you also that you can join Roger Gill Saturday mornings live on Tangy 96.5. Roger will recap all the games from Friday night, talk Southeastern Lion football, and look ahead to all the Saturday matchups, maybe throw in a little pro sports as well. That's Under the Hood Saturday mornings from 9 to 11 on Tangy 96.5.
And not to go too far off of subject here, but, hey, this is the beginning of the regular season for high school ball, and college ball gets back into full swing tomorrow.
Absolutely. Couple of big games last night. Utah with a big win last night over Florida.
That seems to be an interesting rivalry brewing right there.
That really is. And you wouldn't, of course, hey, give it 5 more years, they'll be in the same conference anyway, the way things are going. Yeah. But a great game last night. Utah team that could surprise a lot of people this year.
At this rate, we're probably going to end up having, like the pros, and have just 2 conferences.
Yep.
Maybe different divisions, but yeah, as far as conferences, the number is dwindling down as we speak, it seems like.
So kicking off for Ponchatoula, number 81, Titus Showers. He's going to be kicking off right to left on your radio dial or on your streaming device. Back deep, looks like that is number 22, 2. Clyde.
Number 20.
Number 20
Sorry, I got
is
some
Jaden
binoculars here.
Bardalis. And number 24 looks like Thomas. Jowers approaches. Sit back, relax, enjoy this one. It is Bardalis from the 18-yard line. Cuts it up the gut. He's out across the 35 and is tackled right around the 40-yard line.
Yeah,
So
get the tackle to Skylar Rice, sophomore linebacker.
So great starting field position for Walker here as they're going to come out, like we said, with those 4 wide receivers. Landon Wagaspack is your quarterback, number 9 for the – and check that. They're going to do the direct snap to number 22, McClendon. No, check that again. 48 is your quarterback, and there's a little swing pass out to Thomas, and it is read very well. Albert Smith makes his presence felt right away for a loss. Your quarterback is number 48, Troy Silv, and that's the first time I've ever seen a quarterback wearing number 48, I'll tell you.
Yeah, hey, just a couple weeks ago, Teddy Bridgewater wore number 50. So
that's true.
Maybe it's a new time here.
That is true. Of course, Drew Milton for St. Thomas wore 33 all those years, and loss of a couple on the play brings up 2nd and 12. 2 receivers to each side. Low snap. Silv going to keep it coming near side. Picks up a couple of good blocks, and the hole shuts down very quickly. A host of Green Wave in on the stop. Number 23, Leighton Bazil, and number 7, Jacob Robinson leading the charge for the Green Wave, and that's going to bring up 3rd and about 8 for Walker.
Yeah, Walker just trying to really kind of set the tone right now and try to just find the weak point of this Ponchatoula defense.
Silv takes the snap, feels the pressure, throws, and it is incomplete. McClendon, who we said may play in this game, was the intended receiver on that one. It falls incomplete, and that's going to bring up 4th down. Great pressure that time by the Green Wave defense.
Yeah, it was an opportunity to really send a big blitz, and that's exactly what Coach Willie and his defensive staff did, and hey, it paid off. Wildcats going 3 out here.
Austin Makowitz on to punt for the Wildcats. Back deep, number 21, Antonio Traxler, standing around his own 25-yard line for the Green Wave. And here is the snap. Good snap. A little bit of pressure. Gets a good kick away. Traxler calls for a fair catch. Takes it around the 25-yard line. And that's where the Green Wave will take over 1st and 10. And we'll see Bishop Davis leading his troops out onto the field here tonight. We'll see if they can put a drive together and get something going following that 3 and out.
Yeah, Davis, kind of maybe him and the offense are maybe feeding off a little bit of that momentum set by that defense with that 3 and out during the first drive.
C.J. Brazil split out wide near side as there is one back, Cangelosi, behind Davis, who's in that pistol formation. Gets the snap. He gives to Cangelosi, and good hard running up the middle. Cangelosi picks up about 4 on the play. Andrew Cangelosi, the 5'9", 185-pound junior. Good hard running. Give him about 3.5 or 4. Brings up 2nd and 6 for the Green Wave.
You know, we mentioned the sun kind of peeking behind the clouds now. Not the case anymore. It is coming right back out.
Right. One receiver to each side. Davis again hands to Cangelosi, and he's got some room, and good pursuit, though, by that Walker defense.
Yeah, tackled by 39, Preston Hill, senior defensive back.
And
very, very experienced in this.
And I tell you, if Hill doesn't make that tackle, Cangelosi might still be running. He had a lot of room. 3rd and about 3 coming up here. Again, same formation, one receiver to each side. Davis calling for the football. He has it. He's going to give to Cangelosi, fighting hard up the middle. Looks like he's going to be just shy of the 1st down, but this could be close enough to measure.
Actually, no, they're giving it to him 1st down.
Good push there by that offensive line. He needed about 3. He got maybe 3 1/4
Well, Chris, we talked about the RPO that they're running right now, and that was a great job of Davis by trying to sell it right there and just straight giving the ball to Cangelosi. He tried to fake to the side to maybe draw some more defenders over.
Two receivers to the left, one to the right, and here is Jackson. He gets the carry, and good pursuit again. Number 30, that's 39 again. Preston Hill. Check that. That was 14. Jay Jackson on the carry.
Yeah, there's two Jacksons we have to be specific on this evening.
And unfortunately, the sun is right in my line of vision here. So
I'm going to try to do the best I can with my binoculars here.
So second down and 5, bit of a high snap.
That's Jackson again, number 14.
And good hard running there. He was stopped, kept those legs churning, picked up another yard or two. And that's going to bring up third and about 1 on the play.
Tackle by number 63, Noah Jasso.
There you go.
Like that.
92, Sam Ponce was in there as well. So big third down here for the Green Wave, and that's where they struggled last week against St. Charles. It'd be big if they could convert another one here. 8:06 to play in the opening quarter. No score. Davis has the football, gives to Jackson. He picks his way through some traffic. Picks up about 3, but has a first down. Tackle by number 24, Travion Thomas. Number 25, Evan King in there as well for the Wildcats.
Well, I tend to like this Ponchatoula offense a little bit more than I did last week. Not trying to go for the home run, just trying to keep it simple. They may have found something up the middle here against this Walker defensive line.
And they're going to go direct snap, having some trouble getting lined up here. As 15 is going to take the snap. That is C.J. Brazil. He's going to keep it going to the right side. Gets the corner and is hit over there on the far side. Good job of blocking by the right side of that Ponchatoula offensive line as they move on the plus side of the 50. Give him about 6 on the carry.
29 for Walker. Zion Russ on the tackle. So some interesting names for these Wildcats. I like it.
There we go. Stay tuned till the end of the game. We'll pick our play of the game, brought to you by Camps Tire and LaRonger. Get ready for those football road trips with tires, inspection stickers, oil changes, and minor automotive repairs. Camp Tire and LaRonger. Davis gives to Jackson, and he's got the corner. Look out. He's got a first down and then some inside the 35-yard line before he is shoved out of bounds over there. Number 28, that is Patrick Adams, the senior linebacker for the Wildcats.
Number 7, C.J. Silvio also over there for the Wildcats. But, hey, not before Green Wave pick up another first down. Definitely, again, just trying to take what the defense gives them, not trying to go for a home run or anything fancy or anything sexy at this point. Just simple smash-mouth football. And they're moving the ball right down the field.
Green Wave have kept it for a little over 3 minutes. Davis has the football, gives to Cangelosi, and good hard running there. And another hard hit, 39. Preston Hill hit him hard, but Cangelosi picks up about 4. And Ponchatoula productive here. They've taken it from their own 25 down to the Walker 31 here. And very impressive drive.
Well, prior to the game last week, we talked about the four-headed monster, if you will, at wide receiver that this team has. But, hey, this running game, a 2- or 3-headed monster here that the Green Wave have really flexed on the Wildcats is really, helping them out and moving the ball.
Here's Davis on a keeper, and he's got some room to the outside. He may go. He is at the 15, 10, 5. Shoved out of bounds just shy of the goal line. Davis down to the 2-yard line. Huge run, Bishop Davis for 29 yards.
Yeah, Davis is very fortunate. He looked like he lost the ball as he was falling down. I think he was already out of bounds when he lost the ball. So very fortunate that wasn't a fumble outside of the end zone, which would obviously result in a touchback.
First and goal from the 2-yard line. 6.5 minutes to play in the opening quarter. Ponchatoula knocking on the door. High snap. Davis gives to Cangelosi, and he lost the football. And here comes Walker back with it as number 63, Noah Jasso. And that is not what you wanted to see if you are a Ponchatoula fan. 6:24 to play. We will take a 1-minute timeout. You're listening to High School Football on Cajun 107.1.
If you ever find yourself in need of a tow or you're locked out of your car, be sure to call Bennett's Towing. Hi, I'm Brandon Bennett, and Bennett's Towing is my family's business. Good service and prompt response is what you'll get from Bennett's Towing. If you have an accident and need professional care, call Bennett's. Here at Bennett's Towing, our motto is we don't want an arm and a leg, we just want your toes. So remember, when you're on the highway and your car gets all shook up, don't be cruel. Call Bennett's Towing. Licensed, bonded, and insured all over Tangipahoa Parish. Call 985-386-3242. Thank you. Thank you very much.
For the next few seconds, picture yourself retired. What do you see and hear and feel? However you picture your retirement, planning early is the best way to make it happen. I'm State Farm Agent Alexis Ducourbier right here in Hammond, and I'm here to help. I can chat with you about the kind of retirement you want and then help you find the best ways to save for it. A little today can add up to a lot tomorrow. So get started now and call me, State Farm Agent Alexis Ducourbier in Hammond, and picture yourself happy. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Welcome back to the Swamp. As we, while we were away, Walker completed a first down pass to number 80, Caden Jones, to move out from their own 14 to the 24. And Travis, before we went to break, we've got a heat and humidity timeout. We'll keep it right here. Travis, right before that break, you were talking about you hate to see that if you're Ponchatoula. You get down there knocking on the door and then the fumble.
Yeah, I mean, that offense was in rhythm, no doubt about it. And Angelosi got the ball, got the call right up the middle. And, I mean, the young man was on the doorstep and going into the end zone. And somebody broke through on that Walker line and basically just hit him right in the midsection. He caught the ball up and it landed right into the hands of the Walker defender, who was able to get it out of the end zone, give his offense a little bit of breathing room.
And I didn't see who it was, but give that young man credit. It was just a clean strip. I know Jasso recovered it. I don't know if he forced it or not.
And the ball just kind of popped out and right into the hands of Jasso. I mean, it was almost like he turned his head and boom, there's a presence.
Right. Absolutely. Again, we want to remind you, coming up at halftime, it is your Bill Hood Import Corner halftime report. Nissan and Hyundai at the Bill Hood Import Corner, North Morrison Boulevard in Hammond. And, of course, Tom Taylor, head coach of the state champion Ponchatoula Green Wave boys basketball team, is going to join us. Here's Sylvan. This is going to be a reverse, and they pitch it coming near side is number 20. He breaks one tackle. Give credit to number 24, Fuentes James there. He stayed at home, kept that to a minimal game, but looks like we may have a face mask call against James there, but he played that well.
Nice job by James of pursuing on that, because on the other side, Jamal Sapp had the initial player who ended up pitching it on that reverse. And
sorry.
Oh, the horse collar tackle. Yeah, so that's 15-yard penalty, and the Wildcats, you know, you get the turnover, you get a pass, and you get this reverse here, and a pretty decent gain with the penalty added on.
Well, but it's kind of hard to fault James, you know, on that, because if he doesn't make that play, it's 6 the other way. Exactly. You know, he, like I said, he did an outstanding job of reading that, staying at home, and not getting fooled on the misdirection there. Here's Silva again to Clyde McClendon up the gut. He picks up about a yard, and like we said, that's a name that Ponchatoula fans are going to remember. His dad, Ronald McClendon, played here back some years ago, late 90s, I believe, early 2000s.
I remember Goldie. Goldie was a senior when I was a freshman here at Ponchatoula, and the former track coach, Tim Mate, shout out to him. He was just rant and rave about how quick this kid was.
Former, he's still here.
Oh, really?
He is, yeah, he is. They give to number 80, that is Caden Jones, and he picks up about 5.
So Jones, who caught the pass on the first play of this initial drive here, it's showing his running ability as well. So multi-faceted weapon that the Wildcats have.
3rd down and 4 coming up here for the Wildcats at the Ponchatoula 45-yard line. One receiver in the slot to the left, one out wide to the right. They send the slot man in motion across the formation. And now they look to the sideline for some more direction here. And now they send the tight end out wide. So 3 split wide to the right. And that's going to be a timeout, as Coach Mahaffey did not like what he saw there. We'll take one as well. 4.5 minutes to play in the opening quarter. No score. Been a good one so far between Walker and Ponchatoula. You listen to high school football on Cajun 107.1.
At Hood Import Corner, we've got what it takes to keep you cool this summer with the new Hyundai from our brand new showroom on Morrison Boulevard. I'm Stephen Blaze with Bill Hood Hyundai, and I'm inviting you to come visit our newly redesigned Hyundai facility in Hammond. Need service? We've got that too, and we're open on Saturdays for your convenience. Plus, at Bill Hood, we've got something for anyone looking for a pre-owned vehicle, and the savings are huge. If you're in the market for a new vehicle this summer, come see what's waiting for you at Bill Hood Hyundai or visit us online at BillHoodHyundai.com.
Are you dependable? Do you have a great attitude and a passion for service and hospitality? Do you want to work in a busy but fun environment with the best coworkers? If you answered yes to any of these questions, Cade Street Seafood Station is the place for you. We're hiring a variety of positions from front of house, back of house, and sushi staff. Apply in person at 308 South Cade Street in downtown Hammond or fill out an application online at cadestreet308.com/apply. Join the Cade Street Seafood Station family today.
Welcome back. Silv back to pass, and he heard the footsteps as big number 8 Jamal Sapp was coming. Almost got to Silv, forces an incomplete, and that's going to bring up 4th down and 4.
Yeah, interesting. Not only down here, 4th down, you only need 4 yards, but really field position as well. What is Coach Mahaffey thinking?
Well, he's sending the punting unit out there. And I tell you, I know they like to spread it out, but, looked like he had a lot of receivers jumbled up there together. He's going to send the punting unit out here as Makowitz is on to punt again. Traxler is back around his own 20-yard line.
Actually, I think that might be Jackson who backed up late. Corey Jackson.
Yes. Well, Walker's going to take a penalty here, and I think that might have been by design to give Makowitz a little more room to punt the football here. So that'll back them up 5 yards, and they'll put the ball right smack at the 50-yard line. Brings up 4th down and 9.
Yeah, now Traxler is coming back. So, yeah, it looked like Jackson just backed up because they were unsure of what Walker was doing. Now Traxler coming in as the regular punt returner.
So 4th and 9. Good snap and a good kick. Traxler calls for the fair catch and takes it in about the 12-yard line. So the Green Wave again will take over 1st and 10, 4 minutes, 18 seconds left in a scoreless first quarter.
Yeah, and Albert Smith nearly got to that ball. So that would have been a huge change in momentum if he were able to block that and set up outstanding field position for the Green Wave. But hey, you're not backed up too far. So, yeah, we'll see what Coach
well, and like we said,
have in store. And you go back to the run game at this point. Maybe just try to, like we said, open it up a little bit and try to get the pass mixed in.
4 minutes, 18 seconds left. They'll mark it at the 14-yard line. Davis takes the snap, and he's going to keep it. He's got some room up the gut across the 25. Cuts it to the outside, 35, 40. 45-50, tries to cut it back inside and just steps out of bounds. And a very, very late penalty flag. And I think they're going to give some of the yardage back there, but that just goes to show you the incredible athleticism of Bishop Davis.
Yeah, stop on a dime. This kid is just really doing what he wants out there on the field in a very, very nice game for that young man.
And it looks like, I don't want to speculate, but it looks like we're going to have a block in the back away from the football. And just an unnecessary penalty here against the Green Wave. And that's what Coach Willie's out there. He's letting somebody have it, and rightfully so on that play.
Coach Willie made about as far out as the numbers, and he is just giving whoever it was an earful right now.
So let's see. That will move it from the 48 to their own, the 48 of Walker to the 37 of the Green Wave. So 15-yard penalty you give up there. And that was a 38-yard run that Bishop Davis broke loose for there as Green Wave moving the football with a lot more authority than they did last week. Davis going to keep it again, going to the right. He's got some room. Look out, midfield, 45-40. Another late penalty flag coming in here, and that one thrown from the back judge, and not quite sure what that is. But
somebody lost a helmet, too, on the other side. Number 6, that's Jackson, Corey Jackson. But, yeah, flag came in, like you said, from the back judge.
And let's see. They're moving back here.
Well, they moved the position of the flag.
Yes.
As well.
I tell you, just a huge gaping hole there that Bishop Davis ran through, and it is a hold against Ponchatoula, and Coach Willie is not happy with that at all, as that is one big run that you lose some yardage on, and then a big run here that is just negated by just silly, unnecessary penalties.
Let's say that the timing is correct on when these flags are thrown. These are thrown at the end of the play.
Right.
Long after this, Davis has gained his 10 yards necessary to get the first down.
And nowhere near the football.
Exactly.
And I think that, even more so than the timing, is the frustrating thing. It's completely unnecessary. So 1st and 4, you don't see that very often. Here's a give to Jackson coming near side, and good pursuit by that Walker defense. Let's see, getting up off the bottom of that pile is number 25, Evan King, and 34, Makowitz as well.
So, yeah, it sets up a 2nd and 3. And, hey, you want to go for another run?
Well, they haven't put the ball in the air once tonight. It's been all the ground game for the Green Wave. They moved the football well earlier in the quarter, turned it over on the 2-yard line. Here's Jackson again, and he's going to have a first down. It does appear. Jace Jackson on the carry. He's awfully close, and now they're going to move the chains, and that is a first down for the Green Wave. 2:54 and counting in a scoreless first quarter. Ponchatoula has had the momentum thus far. That turnover down on the goal line, really a killer right now in this game.
Yeah, it was definitely a momentum killer, and it was a golden opportunity. I mean, it was that close. Green Wave were putting points on the board.
1st and 10, 2.5 minutes to play in the ball game. Davis back to pass, has time, goes, airs it out, and it is intercepted. Back there playing center field is number 24, and coming back the other way, and he's got a convoy in front of him. Penalty flag. It looks like we're going to have one the other way this time. Here's another one coming in late.
3 of them, actually, on the field right now.
Travion Thomas with the interception, and
I'm not sure. I couldn't remember which receiver he was going for. I think
Brazil.
It was Brazil, and I don't know if Brazil actually got a hand on it, maybe kept it, from just dropping. But anyway, the young man came up with it.
So that's going to be a holding call against the Wildcats. They will keep possession, obviously.
So, yeah, the Green Wave are already trailing the turnover battle. So, yeah, that's the momentum killer right now. That's definitely not what you want if you're Coach Willie and his staff.
Yep, 2nd turnover of the game for
and it's really not just the turnover. It is a straight momentum killer because prior to both turnovers, the Green Wave were moving the ball, finding success on the offense.
2 minutes, 11 seconds left to play in the opening quarter. There's a give up the gut to McClendon. And McClendon is out across the 50-yard line. And they give him about 4. Number 99, Jacoby Berry on the stop for the Green.
Big number 0, Rashad LaFrance on that as well.
McClendon gets the call again, and absolutely nothing doing the front for the Green Wave. The front 3 for the Green Wave over there on the far side. Rashad LaFrance, number 8, Jamal Sapp, 23, Leighton Bazile coming up from his linebacker spot as well. Big 3rd down and 4 coming up.
Yeah, like you said, here we go. Another 3rd down. Another chance for this Green Wave defense to try to get off the field.
80 seconds left in a very good first quarter. We are scoreless here live from the Swamp. Walker moving right to left. There's a give to McClendon, and he is going to be short. Nice job by Bazile and also number 99, Jacoby Berry. And that's going to bring up 4th and 2, and we'll see what Coach Mahaffey elects to do.
Yeah, it's going to be very interesting. Very, very similar field position to what the Wildcats had during the previous drive as well.
Let's see.
It's fine. I got it.
40 seconds left to play, and Play clock is down to 12, and it looks like they're going to keep the offense on the field and go for it here. There's a give. McClendon, and he has it for the first down. Looked like he slipped coming through the line there, but just enough for the first down.
He did. Actually, McClendon was kind of playing the up back and a bit of a fullback role and got the quick handoff and found a hole on the right side. Hey, first down, Walker. Wildcats are moving.
Well, they don't have to snap it again before the end of the quarter. They're lined up. We'll see what they elect to do here. Gamecock down to 5. And they're just going to get it off here. But we have a penalty. Looked like somebody maybe moved a little bit early. Should have just maybe let that clock run out there and regroup and take it to the second quarter.
Yeah, a bit of a questionable call for the Walker Wildcats, and it is indeed a false start. I mean, you could have just let the clock run out and, talk this one over, but instead the Wildcats are backed up a little bit further, a little bit further behind that 8.
Yeah, behind the chains there. So they put 2 seconds back on the clock as it will run, and that will do it for the first quarter. It's been a good one here. No score in the ball game. Ponchatoula has had the momentum. They have moved the football well. Have nothing to show for it, though, and 12 minutes in the books. No score. We'll take a 1-minute timeout. You are listening to High School Football on Cajun 107.1.
It's time to gear up for back to school. Vexus Fiber is at the top of the class on the North Shore for reliability and speeds up to 1 gig. Vexus Fiber offers all-weather reliability, complete whole-home Wi-Fi coverage with Boost, and world-class customer service. Visit VexusFiber.com to learn about their internet deals starting at $39.99 per month. Check the best-in-class internet off your school supply list and make the switch to Vexus Fiber today. Limited time offer. Service is not available in all areas and subject to availability.
Voted best pizza by Tangy Lifestyles? Commodore's Pizza, of course. The best darn pizza in town, not to mention the friendliest service. Call your to-go orders in ahead of time because when you get there, you're going to see that so many others are craving that Commodore's too. At Hammond and now A-Meat too. Whether dining in or taking it to go, make your plans to enjoy Commodore's this football season in A-Meat or Hammond before, during, or after the ball games. For more details, look them up on Facebook or go to CommodoresPizza.com.
Welcome back to the Swamp. Chris Coleman, Travis Connelley with you. We move into the second quarter. No score in the ball game. Walker has it 1st and 15 from the Green Wave 46-yard line. 2 receivers to the left, 2 to the right. Silv out of the shotgun. He's going to pitch it to Thomas coming near side, and he gets back about to the original line of scrimmage. Check that, Jones on the carry. And Rashad LaFrance on the stop for the Green Wave, and that's going to bring up second down and about 11, we'll call it.
And props to Walker for really finding the running holes here against this Green Wave defensive line. When you got a kid like Jacoby Berry, 6'2", 335, and Rashad LaFrance, 5'9", 315. I mean, that's hard to do.
Well, there's definitely a size advantage with that Walker, or with that Ponchatoula line. Here's Jones again, and he carries some tacklers with him inside the 35-yard line. But with Walker playing that spread offense, you don't really want those big linemen. You want those guys that are quick and that can, that can flare out for you there. But so far, like you said, they've been able to run the ball effectively against the Green Wave front.
Really, both offenses have had tremendous success moving the ball here this evening. It's almost a game of who's going to blink first.
3rd and 3 coming up, and we'll have a stoppage here. Looks like maybe an equipment issue as James comes off. Traxler will replace him. So big 3rd down and 3. Of course, coming up at halftime, it is your Bill Hood Import Corner halftime report. Nissan and Hyundai at the Bill Hood Import Corner, North Morrison Boulevard in Hammond, as the Green Wave now needing to stop on this big 3rd down. Silv sets up the screen to McClendon, and he is going to be awfully close. I think he is short as number 7, Jacob Robinson, made the stop.
Beautiful job by Robinson reading that screen. And you got to wonder if Silv maybe floated it a little too much there on that pass and maybe just gave the defender time to get back. And really be a heat-seeking missile, if you will.
So 4th and a yard, and they have that full house backfield. Silv under center, McClendon right there behind him, and he's going to get it, and I don't think he got it. Big Krishad LaFrance leading the charge. Number 8, Jamal Sapp there as well, and that Green Wave defense comes up big.
Remember we were talking just a second ago about the change of momentum? That right there is huge for the Green Wave. Now the key is, can the offense feed off of that?
And we talked about it just a few minutes ago as well, that size advantage for that Ponchatoula front. And they came up big right there. LaFrance, like you said, Krishad 5'9", 315 pounds. It's hard to move that once it gets rolling.
Well, like you said, they have that spread, but when you try to bunch everybody up, it's almost like, yeah, we're really going to need to get a good push if we're the offensive line, and that they did not.
Green Wave will take over 1st and 10 at their own 34-yard line. Davis out of that pistol formation, gives to Cangelosi, picks his way through some traffic, and he is still on his feet out across the 40-yard line. Very good run, a patient run by Cangelosi.
Yeah, and if you're Cangelosi, what kind of mindset are you in right now? Obviously, there was a heartbreaking way to end the drive with the fumble right at the goal line and giving the momentum and the ball back to Walker. So, yeah, nice job of a bit of a redemption there for Cangelosi.
Give him 8 on that carry. 9:35 to play in the first half. No score in the ball game. Davis is going to keep this one, and he stumbles coming out across the 45-yard line, but picks up the first down. Give him about 4.
Again, it goes back to what we said earlier in the first quarter. You don't go for the long plays right now. Kind of give you what take what the defense gives you. And nice job by Davis of just kind of getting behind his big offensive lineman. And he only needed about 3 or 4 yards for the first down, and he got just that.
9:07 to play. Here's Cangelosi up the gut, and not much doing there. Good pursuit. Number 6 for Walker, Dante Flowers, leading the charge.
Cangelosi did get about a yard as he checks out, and in for the Green Wave, number 18, Tyler Galladora, junior running back.
8:45 to play.
Just went over those first names of, or last names, excuse me, of an individual I went to school with.
2 receivers to the left. And here's Galladora getting the call, and he is in deep trouble, and down he goes in the backfield. That was 34, Makowitz. And he put the Makowitz on Galladora that time. A huge loss for the Green Wave. Back to the 42, 41-yard line.
I mean, Makowitz is a good name, but I don't know if it can top Milioto.
Milioto. There you
go. Remind me to tell you about the Milioto name.
Okay. So that's going to bring up 3rd and 15, a loss of 7 for the Green Wave on that play. 3 wide receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Davis out of the shotgun, calling signals, has the football. And he's going to run the quarterback draw, and he's got some room. Look out. He is into the clear across midfield. He will go down to about the 46-yard line. Give him 13.
Still about 1 or 2 yards shy of that, about 2 yards shy of the first down, but heck of a run by Bishop Davis.
Well, and now you're kind of in no man's land if you're Coach Willie here. 4th and 2. Walker hasn't really shown that they can move the ball with any consistency against you. So do you punt it here, pin them deep, or do you go for it and try to keep this momentum going on the offensive side? And it looks like they're going to go for it.
The latter, yeah. And I believe that Coach Willie is feeling the same thing as he's calling timeout right now. He wants to discuss this, and he has granted that timeout.
So 7:05 to play in a scoreless first half. Been a good one here from the Swamp. We'll take a timeout. You're listening to High School Football on Cajun 107.1.
Hi, this is Robbie Miller, Tangelo Parish President. We live in such a beautiful area, but sometimes people litter. The only cure for litter is you. We would love your help in keeping Tangipahoa beautiful, whether it's just you doing your part by not littering or by joining one of our cleanups. Be a part of the solution, not the pollution, and help us keep Tangipahoa beautiful.
District 12 State Senator Beth Mizell knows the importance of good teamwork, of striving to be the best. Beth is a natural leader as our state senator, and she wants to continue to serve the people of District 12. As a former educator, Beth Mizell knows how important education is and supporting the local schools of Tangipahoa Parish. Beth fights every day on our behalf. So, on October 14th, she asks for your vote and for your continued support to the hard work she's doing for our area.
Paid for by Beth Mizell for Louisiana.
Welcome back to the Swamp. Chris Coleman, Travis Connelley with you. Ponchatoula facing a 4th and 2 from the Walker 46. They're going to go for it here. Two receivers to the left, and they got him with the hard count.
They sure did.
As that's going to be an easy first down for Ponchatoula. And good call there. Good timeout by Coach Willie.
That's an extremely smart call by Coach Willie right there. Props to him for that. First down! Not only obviously keep the momentum, you keep the possession. The arrow is still pointing in the right direction.
Absolutely.
For the Green Wave.
So that'll move it to the Walker 41-yard line. 1st and 10. Davis out of that shotgun formation. I believe that is Jackson next to him. And he wanted to turn and give it to somebody. There was nobody there, and he's going to make something out of nothing there. There was some mix-up. Davis turned to his left, expected Jackson to be there. Jackson had lined up on his right side and was gone. But Davis still gets about 9 yards on a busted play.
Yeah, it looked like William Rotolo, number 51 for Walker, broke through the line, but that was a great job by Davis, who really, when he saw Rotolo sitting right there, was also realizing, oh, my running back's not there. Let me break this and make something out of nothing.
Give him 8 officially. This time Jackson gets the call, and he's got a first down inside the 30-yard line. Good hard running there. Number 14, Jace Jackson, a 5'10", 210-pound sophomore.
Yeah, nice job by the Green Wave. It seems like really nobody is getting the bulk of the carries right now. They're keeping fresh legs. Everybody's staying fresh. And nice job by Coach Willie and his staff on that front.
Join Roger Gill Saturday mornings live, changing 96.5. For Under the Hood, he'll recap all the games from Friday night, talk Southeastern Lion football, look ahead to all the Saturday matchups, maybe throw in a little pro sports as well. That's Under the Hood, Saturday mornings, 9 to 11, Tangy 96.5. Here's Davis dancing his way through the Walker defense inside the 20, close to the 15-yard line.
I believe he got just enough for the first down, Chris. Yes, he did. That was a great job by Jackson, by the way, number 14, Jace Jackson, of selling that run as well.
We've got the heat and humidity timeout. It comes at the 5:59 mark of the second quarter. No score in the contest, but Ponchatoula knocking on the door again. We'll take a 1-minute timeout to listen to high school football. Cajun 107.1.
Take a short drive to the country. V-Watch Furniture Company. It's worth the drive. 13060 Florida Boulevard in Livingston, Louisiana. With over 60 years in the furniture business, I'd take that drive. Or I'd even call 225-686-7238. V-Watch Furniture Company. Home of Giant 10 sales, trade days, 0% financing. Always something going on the weekend at V-Watch Furniture Company. Down home folk. That's who I want to do business with. Miss Tammy, Denton Dansby, and the whole gang. V-Watch Furniture Company.
Drive a little, save a lot. V-Watch Furniture.
Fill in the blank. Are you an adult over the age of 21? Are you a parent? Do you have parents? If so, don't be a dip blank. Wait, what? The word we were looking for was stick. As a reasonable adult, it's up to you to stick your alcohol in a place where kids can't reach it. Because when it comes to youth access to alcohol, availability is a dirty word.
Brought to you by the Track Coalition. Change starts with us.
Welcome back. Here's a direct snap to Brazil, and he is in trouble in the backfield as Walker comes through, and they're going to drop him for a loss. Looks like number 6, Dante Flowers, 63, Gesso in there as well, and that's going to be a loss of about 6 yards for the Green Wave.
Nice play by the Walker defense, led by Jasso there. Definitely not the first time we said that young man's name here tonight.
I tell you, that little jet sweep has not been very effective for the Green Wave. That's about the second, third time they've run it, and it has been negative yardage the whole time. Here is Jackson on the carry. He spins his way inside the 20-yard line down to about the 16 or 17-yard line. Back across the original line of scrimmage, that's going to bring up 3rd and about 8.
You know, Chris, we always talk about the guy with the ball, giving them credit. Let's give credit to that offensive line if you're the Green Wave, because I think I can count really only twice tonight that they've had a really significant negative play. So, yeah, that offensive line is definitely getting the job done.
Y'all, I got to tell you, the best arm might be down on the cheerleading squad here. They're throwing those plastic footballs into the stand, and
one girl got one all the way
almost
up here.
got up to us.
There's another one.
That might be the best throw we've seen tonight.
Give that girl a uniform.
3rd down and 10. And looks like Coach Willie's going to call another timeout to talk about this one. Big 3rd down coming up from the Walker 17-yard line. 4:31 to play in a scoreless first half. We'll take another 1-minute timeout. You're listening to High School Football, Cajun 107.1.
School zones ensure our children's safety when they're arriving and leaving school. I'm Sheriff Daniel Edwards, and when you see a school zone sign, please slow down and drive the speed limit. School zones are often very busy, so be sure to watch out for students crossing the street, boarding the buses, or getting into other vehicles. Also, remember to put away your cell phones while you are driving. I'm Sheriff Daniel Edwards, and let's all have a safe school year.
Fun things are happening during football season and all the time at Salty Joe's in Hammond. During football season, they have appetizer specials like $36 margarita towers, $25 beer towers, and $3 seltzer during LSU games and Sunday and Monday nights. Or if you're more of a brunchy type, have yourself some bottomless mimosas Saturdays from 11 to 2 and Sundays from 10 to 2. So the next time you think football and fun, think Salty Joe's. Salty Joe's on Range Road in Hammond.
Welcome back. Here's Davis on a quarterback draw, and he dances his way inside the 10, makes a move, slips, and is down inside the 5-yard line. They'll mark him at the 3. 1st and goal, 14-yard run, Bishop Davis.
Kind of dropped back and looked like he was going to really kind of fool us all with the pass. Took that one step back and then just took off running. And, you know, again, hey, nice job by the offensive line opening up the hole.
1st and goal, high snap. There's the give to Jackson, and he is hit in the backfield, fights his way back, and the ball, or check that, still moving forward. I thought the ball might have come out again.
That's what it appeared. So, but no, they're going to rule Jackson down. And nice job by Jackson. Did not go down on the first hit. Kind of got hit a little bit there in the backfield. They kept the legs moving, legs churning, and got some extra yardage. The Green Wave are cooking right now.
25, Evan King on the stop for Walker. You talk about feeling old. I remember when he was just a baby, knowing his mom and dad for a lot of years. His whole family had an uncle that played at Walker as well. Good family there in the Walker area. 2nd goal and 3. Davis takes the snap, and he's going to give on a little no. He's going to keep it. And not much doing. Fake that jet sweep to Galladora, and had he given him the football, Galladora could have walked into the end zone.
Yes.
3rd.
Gallador, not only with his speed, but also he had Cangelosi out front of him, blocking. But Davis decided to keep it. Didn't really get very much on that. It makes you wonder, just like you said, what would have happened if Gallador did get the ball.
So 3rd and goal from the 2-yard line. We're knocking on the door of an Alexis DeCorbier touchdown here. But we've been here before. And look, a scoreless ball game, but Ponchatoula has had the upper hand all night. This is the 2nd time they've been down here on the goal line trying to punch it in here this time. Davis under center, and he's just going to go straight ahead, and I don't think he got in. Let's see. No, he did not.
No, it's very close. He's down within a yard, but they're going to say he is short. It is 4th down. 4th and goal for the Green Wave.
Well, 4th and goal from the 1-yard line.
Makes you wonder if they're going to do maybe a type of a fade here, because here comes number 15, C.J. Brazil, 6'5", 200 frame. As he goes wide opposite us.
I think the way you've been running the football, you let Davis or Jackson take it straight ahead. Davis is going to keep it, and he is in for the score. Touchdown, Bishop Davis from a yard out. Nothing fancy there. He just kept it on the RPO and punched it in the end zone, and the Green Wave go up top 6-0.
You know, and the Green Wave have kind of did a good mix of running to the left and to the right. This time Davis ran to the left, and good job on Davis reading with that RPO, because a couple of the kids bit to the middle for the fake handoff, and he he ran around to the left side.
And
easy score.
Every touchdown throughout tonight's action is brought to you by State Farm agent Alexis DeCorbier. Get in touch with Alexis today to see if she can get your insurance rates to go down. And we have a timeout. I think Walker called that one, so each team will have one timeout left. But Ponchatoula had the good drive earlier in the game, Travis. Had the turnover down on the goal line, but now they were able to punch it in. And 4th and goal, Davis put it in the hands of your best player, your star quarterback. He brings it home for you.
Yeah, and it's like you said, they've had success moving the ball tonight regardless. And it's all about finishing. And this time the Green Wave were able to finish, and it shows on the scoreboard this time.
So they go up 6-0. Looks like, are they going to go for 2 here? What are we?
Yes, what it appears. So, yes, I don't think this is any formation of a swinging gate, if you will.
So number 13, Braden Perrin, looks like he is going to take the snap here. Also, number 7 is Jacob Robinson back there as well. Albert Smith out there as well, and now they will move in. And here's the kicker.
Oh, wait, it is a swinging gate.
All right. That's going to be number 89, Ethan Loricella, on to attempt the extra point. Braden Perrin, your holder, a high snap, and Loricella puts it right down Ridgedale Road. And with 2:01 left to play in the first half, it is a 7-0 Green Wave lead.
And really, that just hearing that score, 7-0, it speaks volumes. 2:01 to go in the first half. It just speaks volumes to this point because you're saying, like you said earlier, this is a heck of a ball game, and this is a good back and forth battle. It's just this time the Green Wave were able to finish this drive.
We will take a quick, we'll do a 30-second break here. 2:01 to play. Ponchatoula leads at 7-0. You're listening to high school football on Cajun 107.1.
Parents, do you sometimes find yourself glued to your phone, even when your kids are around? This is Joseph Dominic, Executive Director of the Florida Parishes Juvenile Justice District. Life is so busy these days, and we all seem to be attached to our phones, either talking or looking at social media. Are you living in the moment? Remember, your kids are watching you and learning from you. Be that positive adult role model that teaches, inspires, and loves. That's the good stuff that builds success. And if you've ever considered a career as a positive adult role model, please visit fpjdc.org, where you can apply for a job making a difference in a young person's life.
Welcome back. Chris Coleman, Travis Connelley with you live from the Swamp. Ponchatoula leads at 7-0. Titus Showers set to kick off. He puts his boot into it, and it's going to be taken at about the 10-yard line, and we have a stoppage. Hold everything. Looks like someone might have left just a touch early. And it is going to be an offside against Ponchatoula. And that's just one of those penalties that you know, Ponchatoula's had some silly penalties tonight, and that's just kind of another one right there.
That's one we can classify under a take the headset off and put it around your neck type of penalty if you're Coach Willie, because that's exactly what he did. He almost ventured out into the numbers again, just very disappointed, if you will. And he obviously let somebody know at this point that, hey, you messed up, and we're trying to play free football here.
And, of course, Ponchatoula next week will go on the road to Dutchtown, which is always a tough place to play.
Isn't that still the largest school in the state?
It is up there. Let's
as
see.
far as population.
As this one is going to go out of bounds. And let's see. Again, that's going to cost Ponchatoula 5 yards.
Yeah, it's just like what you talked about, Chris. It's just silly penalties, and these penalties adding up over time. I mean, it's hurting a little bit, but one of these is going to be crucial, and it could hurt. It could be a very, very important change of pace or just whatever for this ball game, and really dictate really the ending of this game.
Want to remind you, coming up at halftime, your Bill Hood Import Corner halftime report, Nissan and Hyundai at the Bill Hood Import Corner, North Morrison Boulevard in Hammond. And a couple of special guests will be joining us. Tom Taylor, head coach of the state champion Ponchatoula boys basketball team, and Alan Graves, who was the MVP of that game. will be joining us, and we want to thank them for taking a few minutes with us. And they are coming up in 2 minutes and 1 second here as Ponchatoula now kicking off from their own 30-yard line after the back-to-back penalties, as Walker should get some decent field position out of this. As Showers is going to try to do this third time, hopefully the charm. He approaches and puts this one right down the middle, and coming up, take it is Barnalis on a bounce, and he runs headlong into number 50. That is Brennan Bishop for the Green Wave. So Walker will take over, let's say, around their own 45-yard line in that area there. So with $1:58 left to play, decent chance for the Wildcats here if they can get something going on the offensive side.
Yeah, it's down to only one timeout, though, so you got to really, really preserve that. That could be very, very crucial over the next minute 58 if you're the Wildcats.
Stay tuned until the end of the game. We'll pick our player of the game, brought to you by Camps Tire in LaRonger. Get ready for those football road trips with tires, inspection stickers, oil changes, and minor automotive repairs. Silv back to pass, and it was right in the hands of Jamal Sapp. If Sapp catches that, he is off to the races. Falls harmlessly incomplete.
Despite that, Seth is still having a heck of a ball game, Chris. I mean, the young man is everywhere here tonight. I mean, who does he remind you of? I mean, I know he plays the linebacker position, but I mean, he's all over the field like a Brian Dawkins, like a safety.
Oh, very good comp there. Here's a little delay to McClendon, and he fights for about 2 yards up the gut.
Jacob Robinson, number 7 on the tackle there.
Robinson.
By him to keep McClendon from pushing further, because obviously clock is ticking now, minute 38 and counting, and Walker is still on their side of the 50-yard line.
Big 3rd down and 8 coming up, and here's where you'd like to have a couple of those timeouts left. But Ponchatoula with one in their pocket as well. If they can get a stop here on 3rd down, save some time for them to get down, maybe put some more points on the board here before halftime.
Wildcats taking their time getting the play in.
Here's Silv rolling out, throws. That one is tipped and going up high. He brought it down, but he was out of bounds. That is number 3, Jamari Evans. That one was tipped. I think somebody got a hand on that right as he let it go.
Yeah, Wyatt Bennett, number 5, on coverage for the Green Wave. And yes, that ball was tipped. I didn't see get a number of the young man who got his paw up to tip that one. But regardless, it is 4th and 8. And really, I mean, you kind of wonder, like, what were you doing there for the if you're the Walker Wildcats? Because now you really burn so much time off the clock and you're giving the ball right back to Green Wave, who, like you said, still have that timeout in their pocket.
And 70 seconds to do something with it. Here's Makowitz. And Smith, again, almost got in there. Traxler is just going to let that one go. It doesn't go anywhere near him.
A Green Wave player grabbed it when it bounced back.
I think a Walker player hit it first, so that it would go dead at that point. But I know Coach Willie's saying, hey, we stay away from that football no matter what.
Somebody have it right now.
You talk about the numbers. He's past the numbers.
That could have been very, very bad. Green Wave. So really, you dodged a bullet in a way if you're Ponchatoula.
So 1 minute, 1 second left here. So Ponchatoula will take over 1st and 10 from their own 29-yard line.
Get ball after halftime, too.
Yes.
Green Wave.
So
really
big.
Kind of curious what you're going to do at this point. If you can get close enough maybe for a field goal, hey, give it a shot.
They send 3 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Davis has one back next to him in the backfield, has the football, and he's just going to pull it down and run it here. Gets a couple, and now we'll see if Walker elects to use their timeout. It doesn't look like they will.
Yeah, a tackle by number 24, Travion Thomas, senior linebacker for the Wildcats.
So it is down to 40 seconds. Ponchatoula's going to have to snap it at least one more time here.
Really, if you're Ponchatoula, you really don't have the passing game element or really much of one at this point. So really kept the ball on the ground.
As I say, at this point, you just run this clock out, take it into recess, 7-0. There's a give to Galladora, and he is going to be out across the 35-yard line.
Tackled by 25, Evan King, another senior, this time a defensive lineman, and that's going to be it for the first half of play.
That will do it. So a great first half here. Ponchatoula leads it 7-0. We will take a 2-minute timeout, and when we come back, we'll have our Bill Hood Import Corner halftime report. Nissan and Hyundai at the Bill Hood Import Corner, North Morrison Boulevard in Hammond. Halftime score 7-0. Ponchatoula leads. We'll be back in 2 minutes.
This is Chief Jimmy Travis, candidate for your next sheriff. From my years of experience in law enforcement, I've learned it takes time and determination to learn to lead and serve in your community. We salute all of our young men and women who work hard every day to play and participate in a sport. To all of our area players, cheerleaders, trainers, band members, we are proud of your dedication. You have learned to be leaders, and we wish you luck this football season. Paid for by Jimmy Travis for Sheriff Campaign.
Camp's Tires in Laranger is ready to get you road ready for those football road trips. Most brands and sizes of tires, inspection stickers, oil changes, and minor automotive repairs. Camp's Tires in Laranger is located 1 minute north of the four-way stop sign at the intersection of Morris Road and Highway 40. Only 10 minutes from Hammond. Camp's Tires in Laranger. Open Monday through Friday, 8 to 4:30. Clean, great service, great prices. Call or stop by Camp's Tires in Laranger today. 878-8420.
You can help fight deadly diseases like RSV and influenza while getting paid for your time. Velocity Clinical Research is now seeking clinical trial participants in your area. Participants can receive compensation for study-related time. No health insurance is needed to join. Find a study near you at velocitytrials.com. That's velocitytrials.com.
Hey, Tangy neighbors, Tula Title wants to thank you for supporting your local business. Whether it's a vehicle registration, renewal, title transfer, or any notary services, Tula Title is here and willing to help. We are open 6 days a week, Monday through Saturday, located at 175 West Hickory Street in, you guessed it, Ponchatoula. Call us today at 985-467-1281 or find us on the web at tulatitle.com. We hope to see you soon.
Welcome back. It is the Bill Hood Import Corner halftime report. Nissan and Hyundai at the Bill Hood Import Corner, North Morrison Boulevard in Hammond. We are live here from the Swamp. It is halftime. Ponchatoula leading Walker 7-0 on a 1-yard touchdown run by Bishop Davis with 2:01 to play in the second quarter. And we are joined now by a very special guest, head coach of the 2022 5A Boys State Championship basketball team, Tom Taylor. Coach, thank you for taking a few minutes with us.
Glad to be here. Thanks for having us.
Big night for you guys, the ring ceremony earlier tonight. How special was that to be down there with you guys? And
I mean, kind of the cherry on top of a great season. You know, I always tell them, I said, we want to bring home the hardware, and this is the ultimate hardware in our line of work, and I'm proud of it.
Well, Coach, I remember talking to you last year before the end of the regular season, and I asked you, I said, Coach, how far can this team go? And I remember you telling me, if it breaks right and if we play like we're capable of, we can win the whole thing. What was it about the team last year that you knew you had a chance to have a very special year?
Well, one of my guiding mantras is distractions equal defeat. And whenever you have a team that buys into what you're doing, it's easy to coach. It's fun to coach. The guys are a pleasure to be around. It makes you want to click your heels and come to work every day. And let me tell you, when it came down to it, you're doing 100% basketball coaching rather than discipline actions or whatever it may go on. When you're not distraction free, you focus on your job, you win games.
Mm-hmm. And of course, Alan's up here. He's going to join us in a few minutes. Having players like that help out a lot as well.
100% can't replace the big guy. In my personal opinion, one of the best players, if not the best player in the state. And great coaches are made by great players.
Absolutely.
We say Jimmys and Joes don't mean nothing but the X's and O's and vice versa.
Absolutely. Well, now the trick is to do it all again, right?
Yeah.
So, and I know it's kind of early in the year, but, kind of look ahead. What do you expect from the team this season? And talk a little bit about how the preparation has been so far.
Well, one of the things that we have to focus on is we have the bullseye now. People know who we are when we walk in the gym. We're easy to recognize with the big guy. And there's a lot of things that we're going to get looked at different, so we have to prepare different. One thing I can tell you is our guys in the preseason workouts we've done, They have been working extremely hard. You wouldn't think we won a state title by the way they're competing, but that's why we won it. They compete; they're not backing down. They're hungry again.
Good deal. That's what you want. It's what's the saying? It's harder to repeat than it is to win that first one. But I know you're going to have them ready, and I know they're going to be working hard. Little bit of a new role for you this year as co-athletic director here at PHS. Talk a little bit about that transition and kind of how that's been.
We got Coach Patricia Landash, the girls basketball coach, another great coach here on campus. We took over last year and kind of about October with our athletic department as we were flying by the seat of our pants. And this year we kind of have a good idea of the direction we want to go. Ponchatoula is a great town and a great community, great school. Our programs are great, from band, choir to the academics down here to the basketball, football. Everything is on the up and up, and we are trying to push that into the 2023, the 21st century now, and create an environment that draws people in.
Mm-hmm. And you hit the nail right on the head. You look around, all the coaches here at Ponchatoula. Not only are they great coaches, but they're great people, and in education, you're building the future mothers and fathers and leaders and just how big is that to have coaches across the board that do it the right way?
It's like having a talented team. When you have people that come with a like mindset and they want to succeed and they want to have the same goals and maybe different way of doing it, but we all trying to get to the same goal, and it's for the kids. A lot of great things happen, and again, fun to come to work.
Absolutely. Well, Coach, anything else that you want to talk about, athletic-wise or basketball-wise, anything going on here at Ponchatoula?
Make sure everybody is aware, and across Tangy, that we are trying to get only credit cards at the ticket booth. I know it's kind of caught some people off guard. If I can tell anybody, get your credit card ready, your debit card, electronic payments, because that's the way it's going right now.
And that makes it so much easier. Now, are the concessions credit card only as well, or are they still?
One thing at a time. I can answer about the gate. That's all I got.
I hear you. Well, Coach, we appreciate you taking a few minutes with us. Congratulations on the state championship last year, and hey, let's go get another one this year, brother.
I appreciate you.
Appreciate you as well. We are. What we'll do is we'll take a 1-minute timeout. We'll come back. Alan Graves will sit down with us for a few moments here. Halftime here, it is Ponchatoula 7-0 over Walker. Back in 1 minute.
At Hood Import Corner, we've got what it takes to keep you cool this summer with the new Hyundai from our brand new showroom on Morrison Boulevard. I'm Stephen Blaze with Bill Hood Hyundai, and I'm inviting you to come visit our newly redesigned Hyundai facility in Hammond. Need service? We've got that too, and we're open on Saturdays for your convenience. Plus, at Bill Hood, we've got something for anyone looking for a pre-owned vehicle, and the savings are huge. If you're in the market for a new vehicle this summer, come see what's waiting for you at Bill Hood Hyundai or visit us online at BillHoodHyundai.com.
This is Jeremy of Coupe de Ville, the Cadillac of Buffalo Wings in Hammond and Amite. With daily specials, sports on the big screens, and ice-cold beer, we strive to keep you coming back for more of our award-winning wings.
Coupe de Ville is excited to announce the opening of their brand new location at 287 South Morrison Boulevard, and they can't wait for you to see the new place. Coupe de Ville, the Cadillac of Buffalo Wings, has a whole new vibe, love, peace, and chicken wings. From Coupe de Ville.
Welcome back. It is the Bill Hood Import Corner halftime report. Nissan and Hyundai at the Bill Hood Import Corner, North Morrison Boulevard in Hammond. It is 7-0. Ponchatoula leads Walker here at halftime. Again, we want to thank head coach Tom Taylor for taking a few minutes with us here and joining us now. The most valuable player of that state championship run last year, Alan Graves. Alan, first off, congratulations on last year. Thanks for taking a few minutes with us tonight.
Yes, sir. Thank you for having me.
So talk about last year, had a magical run. What was it about the team last year that made you guys realize, hey, we can have a very special year and bring home a championship?
I feel like our chemistry, we were with each other dang near every second of every day. So us doing that and building that chemistry, it just helped us out on the court. We knew what each other could do. We knew our limits and we knew our strengths. So like Cam and Trey. Trey's a shooter. Cam can play point guard. He can finish really well at the rim. And Jeremiah, a scorer, can finish, shoot, do everything. He's really athletic. So just being able to know each other and build that chemistry is what made us a great team.
And talk a little bit about Coach Taylor and his staff. What's it like playing for him and knowing that he's going to be behind you, he's going to push you, but at the end of the day, he wants what's best for you.
Oh, yeah, it's been great, with Coach Taylor and everything, because he allows us to play our game and have the freedom to do what our strengths are, but also at the same time is discipline there to where we know if we need to run a set play, we need to run a set play, or if you could go get a bucket, go score, go get a stop, anything, you could have the freedom to do that. So I just love our system that we have here.
Now, I remember walking by you when you were a sophomore and saying, Alan, you're not supposed to be as tall as me as a sophomore, and you've shot up. Are you a full 6'9" now?
Yes, sir. I actually have grown over the time, so now I am 6'11" with shoes on.
Wow. Hey, there you go. But you still have, you're able to step outside and still, shoot that three ball a little bit and, at 35, 40% there. How big is that? Because we know what you can do on the inside, but you're a multidimensional player.
Yes, sir. So just growing up in the family that I did with my brother and my sister and the whole family really playing basketball, I was never very tall growing up. Like, I was really short. So me and my brother, when I was training with him, it was always, you're a guard, you're a point guard. So I'm training like a point guard. I got to be able to shoot. I got to be able to handle the ball and everything. So just growing up and training like that, once I got to the height that I am now, it just translated over to where I could dribble, I could shoot, and I could do everything now. And I'm still working on it to this day to just try to get that consistency and that perfection.
Now, recently you committed to Santa Clara, which – a lot of people, that's a program down here that maybe a lot of people don't know a whole lot about, but has a great basketball tradition. Steve Nash, played there. What was it about Santa Clara that made you feel like that was where you wanted to spend the next 4 years?
It's really how they pursued me. It was like they were a college team that really wanted me to come and make an impact my first year and be able to, their player development and everything, they produced 2 top 20 picks in the past 2 years. So the NBA, what's the word I'm looking for? The NBA, like
the scouts are going to be,
they're looking at them. So like it's really just the perfect program, and they allow their players like me, 6'11", just to be able to use all my skills, not just get stuck down low, but be able to handle the ball some, showcase all my talent.
And, being in a conference with Gonzaga, which is a big-time program, so you're going to get to play against those top-tier programs as well. Well, bringing it back to Ponchatoula, what are you looking forward to both individually for this coming season and also team-wise? Because I know that's what's most important to you.
Right. So, individually, my end goal, I hope to get Gatorade Player of the Year this year. That's one of my main goals this year, and of course, district MVP, stuff like that. But my main goal is Gatorade Player of the Year. That's been a dream of mine since I was little. So, and then as a team, I just feel like I love a.
Yeah, I haven't even commented on the ring. That was a beautiful ring there.
I would love another state championship ring. So just to push and be able to get that second ring.
There we go. Well, hey, like Coach said, and I agree with him, for my money, best player in the state of Louisiana is sitting right here next to me. Alan, thanks for taking a few minutes with us. Congratulations on the championship last year, and let's go get another one this year.
Yes, sir. Thank you for having me.
Thank you. That was Alan Graves. We want to thank him and Coach Tom Taylor for joining us here. It is halftime, 7-0. Ponchatoula leads it. What we'll do is we'll take a 2-minute timeout, and when we come back, Travis will rejoin us. We'll get ready for the second half. You're listening to High School Football on Cajun 107.1.
If you ever find yourself in need of a tow or you're locked out of your car, be sure to call Bennett's Towing. Hi, I'm Brandon Bennett, and Bennett's Towing is my family's business. Good service and prompt response is what you'll get from Bennett's Towing. If you have an accident and need professional care, call Bennett's. Here at Bennett's Towing, our motto is we don't want an arm and a leg, we just want your toes. So remember, when you're on the highway and your car gets all shook up, don't be cruel. Call Bennett's Towing. Licensed, bonded, and insured all over Tangipahoa Parish. Call 985-386-3242. Thank you. Thank you very much.
So I switched my insurance to State Farm, and get this, I talked to an actual State Farm agent who lives in my actual town. And get this, my actual agent that actually lives in my town actually helped me with coverage that I needed. And get this, my actual agent from my actual town who gave me actual help actually knows my name. And get this, they actually say that's called service.
Call me, State Farm agent Alexis DeCorbier in Livingston today. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Did somebody say happy hour? Cade Street Seafood Station is the spot for you. We have an awesome drink menu filled with delicious handcrafted cocktails, rotational seasonal specials, margaritas, and sweet and dry martinis for your enjoyment. We have a large variety of local and imported beers that any beer enthusiast would love. Stop in for happy hour from 2 to 5 only at Cade Street Seafood Station and find us at 308 South Cade Street in downtown Hammond. Drink local at Cade Street Seafood Station.
The transformers blew out, knocking out communication.
Weatherproof your internet with Vexus Fiber and stay connected.
That's the wind gust right there.
The Vexus network is built underground to perform better when extreme weather hits. Enjoy all-weather reliability, complete whole-home Wi-Fi coverage with Boost, world-class customer service, and super-fast speeds up to 1 gig.
On the verge of a historic landfall?
Visit VexusFiber.com to learn about their internet deals starting at $39.99 per month. Make the switch to Vexus Fiber today. Limited time offer. Service is not available in all areas and subject to availability.
Welcome back. Chris Coleman, Travis Connelley with you. Halftime here from the Swamp, 7-0. Ponchatoula leads. And again, we want to thank head coach Tom Taylor, co-athletic director now as well, Tom Taylor, and Alan Graves for joining us and talking a little Ponchatoula basketball.
Absolutely. Congratulations to them for, that's no easy task to come away as a state champion. Really, not only that, but also in Class 5A here in Louisiana. It's incredibly, incredibly difficult to do. And, hey, I tip my hat to Coach Taylor and Alan Graves and the rest of the Greenway for accomplishing that feat.
Couple of scores we'll try to update you on here. St. Charles, who we saw last week, leads Shaw 14-10 at halftime. Zachary 14-0 over East Ascension. Walker, or check that, Dennis Springs, Walker's big rival. I had that one just a minute ago. They are trailing Mandeville 17-0. So a couple of district foes for these teams here. And I tell you, while we have a minute, big win for Hammond last night over A-Meek. Congratulations to Coach Buckles and his squad. And we'll see them next week against Riverdale. We'll be over there at Tornado Alley.
Yeah, we're in the swamp right now. We're going to dry ourselves off at the end of this one and make the what would you say, about 5-10-minute drive?
We'll say 10.
Across I-12.
10 because they're working on Hoover Airport there, so it takes a few more minutes to get through.
I had to drive through that on the way here, so yeah, just right down the road. We'll say that.
There we go.
Tornado Alley. We'll see what these tornadoes are all about. I believe Riverdale coming to town. So yeah, very, very interesting to see that. A couple of other scores as well from yesterday. Albany 41, Independence 14.
Yes.
Big win for the Hornets, I understand. We'll be over there later this year as well, over at Livingston Parish. Saw another local one here. Kentwood 45, LaRondre 27.
Yes.
The Ruse with a big win on Thursday night.
I'm going to try to get an update on the St. Thomas score here. Of course, had a lot of fun with the coaches show last night with Shane Mulhern over there. They're playing Riverside tonight. But let's put our focus back here for just a moment. Ponchatoula leads at 7-0. They really dominated the first half. They had the long drive. They got down on the 2-yard line, fumbled the football, had another long drive. We were able to punch it in Walker, they put together a couple of first downs here and there, but haven't really been able to sustain any kind of drive here. If you're Ponchatoula, you're going to get the football first. I would think it's more of the same.
Yeah, I mean, you have the 7-0 lead right now, and your foot is touching the gas pedal. Keep pressing it.
Absolutely.
I mean, what's stopping you right now? You've already established the ground game. You really haven't had to resort to using pass. I think one pass was attempted and ended up being an interception.
Picked off. Yep.
So, but it was just a great play by the Walker defender on that too, by the way. But yeah, you've already kind of established how you're going to be successful if you're Ponchatoula. And I mean, it goes back to the saying, if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Right. Absolutely. Bishop Davis with a big run, couple of big runs. Cangelosi has had some big runs. So you've been productive running the football. Defensively, we were wondering how those linebackers would be affected. So far, no worse for the wear.
Well, last week we kept saying the name Albert Smith, and we have said that a couple times here tonight. But it seems like really nothing. Not knocking anybody else, but man, Jamal Sapp. I mean, we've said his name several times thus far, and I anticipate saying it even more here in the second half.
Absolutely.
There are a couple of other scores here we want to get to. This is a school out of Mississippi on the coast. Ocean Springs leads Scotlandville 42-0 right
Wow. now. Scotlandville, of course, a great program. I tell you, I've got to give a shout out real quick.
By the way.
I've got to give a shout out real quick. So I went off, came up here and left all of my pens in the car. So I get up here, I get set up. I realize I don't have a pen. My buddy Rob DeArmond, doing TV tonight, he said, "Hey, I've got an extra one for you." So thanks to Rob. So I have a pen to.
Well, in a school right down the road here, over in the Covington area, Archbishop Hannon trails Chalmette right now, 30-0. That's in the second quarter.
Riverside on top of St. Thomas, 28-12 at halftime. Thanks to my buddy Shane Collette for updating me on that score there. As we'll see them in week 3 right back here against the Green Wave here in the Swamp. As I tell you, a lot of great football as always here in Southeast Louisiana and in Tangipahoa Parish in particular.
Yeah, Tangipahoa Parish, the North Shore, go over into Livingston Parish too. We're seeing some right here with these Walker Wildcats. I mean, you can't go wrong really wherever.
And look, a team that doesn't get a whole lot of run because they play in the MPSA, Oak Forest. Had a chance to watch them win a state championship last year. Coach Drew Maceda, former Southeastern Lion, has that program rolling right now. You don't hear about them as much because, like we said, they play in the MPSA and
they play in the MAIS.
MAIS, yes, that's right. Used to be in MPSA,
MAIS,
yes.
Against the school I'm familiar with in Park Lane Academy,
yes,
up by in Pike County in Mississippi. So yeah, they.
I'm showing my age there. It hasn't been in the MPSA in years.
No, it's all good. It's all good. But yeah, as the Walker Wildcats run back onto the field here, or run back to their sidelines. Excuse me. We are just about ready to get things going here. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. At the halftime clock ticks to 0, and we are moments away from resuming this one here in the Swamp. 7-0. Ponchatoula leads Walker.
And that one touchdown was a 1-yard run on a 4th and goal from the 1-yard line. Bishop Davis, Ethan Loricella kicked the extra point with 2:01 left to play in the second quarter. Ponchatoula put the only points on the board so far.
And if you're Walker, you're fortunate right now that it's 7-0 because Ponchatoula has put together a couple of very, very positive drives here. One of which, unfortunately for Ponchatoula, ended in a fumble at the goal line that kind of just popped up and right into the arms of a defensive lineman for the Jasso or the Walker Wildcats, and it was a momentum kill for the Green Wave.
Well, Walker will kick off right to left on your radio dial or on your streaming device. Aiden Smith, number 42, is your kicker. Back deep for Ponchatoula, number 13, Braden Perrin, and that looks like number 5, Wyatt Bennett.
Bennett over here to the near side, and Braden Perrin over the far.
And little squib kick here, and I think Walker might have this football. I kind of lost it in the lights a little bit. And a la Sean Payton in the Super Bowl, Walker comes out, Coach Mahaffey comes out with the squib kick, the onside kick, and Walker recovers. So momentum over on the other side now.
Yeah, and that's a very gutsy call by Coach Mahaffey. You only trail 7-0, and I know we've said this word many times tonight, but momentum. And if you're the Wildcat, you just snatched it away from the Green Wave.
Well, but you've got to do something with it, and Walker hasn't really been able to do a whole lot offensively here this evening. So Ponchatoula will, that defense, they'll call on them one more time. 2 receivers to each side. McClendon next to Silv, and Silv pitches to McClendon, and he goes right side, and he lowers his shoulder, has a first down, I do believe, inside the 40, down close to the 35-yard line.
As the white plastic footballs come flying towards us again, courtesy of the cheerleaders here.
Look, I'm telling you, the cheerleaders have the best arms that we've seen tonight.
Yes, absolutely. And McClendon with a nice run there, kind of a la his dad, who shined not only at Ole Miss, but in the NFL.
2nd and 1, and McClendon runs into a wall of Green Wave defenders. 24, Fuentes James in there, Jamal Sapp, 99.
Did you want to take a guess as to which young man popped out of that pile right there for the Green Wave? Yes, Mr. Sapp.
99, Jacoby Berry as well.
One more quick score, one update real quick. At the half, 6-6 tie, Jules Sumner, St. Helena. And we'll be in St. Helena later this year.
We will. And, of course, that Sumner team as well. Very well-coached team. Silv rolling out, going long, has a man, and it is caught for the touchdown.
Yep,
it is complete to number 3, Jamari Evans, for the touchdown. And I tell you, Wyatt Bennett was right there, step for step with him. But Evans, a 35-yard touchdown pass from Silv. That touchdown brought to you by State Farm agent Alexis DeCorbier. Get in touch with Alexis today to see if she can get your rates to go down. And we are an extra point away from a tie ball game.
Yeah, of course, we talked about really who's going to blink first. But really, I guess what we were referring to is just in general. But really, we should have just said through the passing game, because that was a dynamic pass right there from Silv. And that was a great catch. And like you said, the Ponchatoula defender was there. That was a great play by Walker.
Yeah, Bennett couldn't have covered that any better. And I tell you, Silv's trying to get rid of number 48 with that. He wants one of those low quarterback numbers. As there's a penalty on the Green Wave.
Makes you wonder now, Coach Mahaffey wants to go to 2 now, inching it a little bit closer to that goal line.
And give credit to Coach Mahaffey rolling the dice with that onside kick coming out at halftime. It pays dividends. And we'll see now if Aiden Smith can tack on the extra point, tie this game up.
Number 92, Sam Potts, lined up for the extra point for Walker, and it is good.
Oh, no, yeah, check that. Boy, those numbers are tricky. It is 92 instead of 42, Sam Potts.
We don't need Run DMC to tell us that.
No, we don't. No, we don't.
And for those of you who get that reference, congratulations.
So check that, 42, Sam Potts on the extra 92. Point. 92. We'll get it right. 11:02 to play in the third quarter. We are no better than when we started. Knotted up at 7. We'll take a 1-minute timeout. You're listening to High School Football on KG 107.1.
Voted best pizza by Tangy Lifestyles. Commodore's Pizza, of course. The best on pizza in town, not to mention the friendliest service. Call your to-go orders in ahead of time, because when you get there, you're going to see that so many others are craving that Commodore's too. In Hammond, and now A-Meat too. Whether dining in or taking it to go, make your plans to enjoy Commodore's this football season in A-Meat or Hammond before, during, or after the ball games. For more details, look them up on Facebook or go to CommodoresPizza.com.
Hi, this is Robbie Miller, Tangelo Parish President. We live in such a beautiful area, but sometimes people litter. The only cure for litter is you. We would love your help in keeping Tangipahoa beautiful, whether it's just you doing your part by not littering or by joining one of our cleanups. Be a part of the solution, not the pollution, and help us keep Tangipahoa beautiful.
Welcome back. Ponce with the kick, and He kicks it deep. It's going to be taken by Bennett at about the 18-yard line. Coming across the field, and there's going to be a penalty flag thrown. And, again, that's going to be a block in the back. And, again, just nowhere near the football. Ponchatoula really shooting themselves in the foot with these penalties.
Yeah, and, we talked about the swinging momentum. Walker obviously has it. This is Ponchatoula's chance to take it back, but obviously a penalty like that would really, really be killer to help the Green Wave set up what could be a very important drive here early in the third quarter.
And you're going to start deep in the shadow of your own goalpost here after that penalty.
But if you're Ponchatoula, with the way they have moved the ball thus far tonight, Coach Willie has to be very, very confident in his quarterback, Bishop Davis, and his ability to help lead that offense down the field.
I didn't see the guilty part. It might have been Corey Jackson who was guilty of that block. So that'll move them back to their own 14-yard line. 10:55 to play, third quarter. We are all knotted up at 7. And remind you, stay tuned until the end of the game. We'll pick our play of the game, brought to you by Camps Tire and LaRondra. Get ready for those football road trips with tires, inspection stickers, oil changes, and minor automotive repairs. There's a give right up the gut to Jace Jackson, and he picks up a couple. And speaking of football road trips, we didn't mention Southeastern tomorrow on the road against Mississippi State. Of course, the first game since the passing of Coach Mike Leach and Southeastern.
First regular season game, yes.
Yes.
They had the bowl game.
That's right.
Coach Arnett taking over, the defensive coordinator.
Mm-hmm.
As Davis lines up in the shotgun here.
They send Jackson in motion across the formation. He gets it on the jet sweep, spins out of one tackle, pushes his way through another, and picks up about 2 or 3 yards.
And let's note that's Corey Jackson, too, number 6.
Yes.
Not Jace Jackson, number 14.
And that's really been the first. I mean, you only gained a yard on that, but that's really the first time that jet sweep has been a positive play for you in tonight's game.
Really, it's you're facing a third down here, but it's only 3rd and 3. So really, with the way that the Green Wave present their offense, there's a myriad of options here for them to pick up this first down.
9:40 and counting, third quarter, a 7-7 ball game. Ponchatoula led 7-0 at halftime. Walker.
That's going to be a timeout for Coach Willie.
Yep. Walker sprung an onside kick on them at halftime coming out and punched it in for their score. 9:33 to play in the third quarter. We will take a timeout as well. Knotted up at 7. You're listening to high school football on Cajun 107.1.
District 12 State Senator Beth Mizell knows the importance of good teamwork, of striving to be the best. Beth is a natural leader as our state senator, and she wants to continue to serve the people of District 12. As a former educator, Beth Mizell knows how important education is and supporting the local schools of Tangipahoa Parish. Beth fights every day on our behalf. So, on October 14th, she asks for your vote and for your continued support to the hard work she's doing for our area.
Paid for by Beth Mizell for Louisiana.
Take a short drive to the country. V-Watts Furniture Company. It's worth the drive. 13060 Florida Boulevard in Livingston, Louisiana. With over 60 years in the furniture business, I'd take that drive. Or I'd even call 225-686-7238. V-Watts Furniture Company. Home of Giant 10 sales, trade days, 0% financing. Always something going on the weekend at V-Watts Furniture Company. Down home folk. That's who I want to do business with. Miss Tammy, Denton Dansby, and the whole gang. V-Watts Furniture Company.
Drive a little, save a lot. V-Watts Furniture.
Welcome back. Here's the snap to Davis. He's going to go left side, and he's going to be awfully close to the first down, and we have an injured Walker Wildcat.
Down at about the 25-yard line. Let's see if I can. It's very difficult to get a number on a young man. And obviously, we don't want to speculate.
Yeah,
It's a single-digit number. So
you had a couple of scores that you wanted.
A couple of scores while we got a break in the action. Second quarter, Pearl River leads Pope John Paul 20-7. And speaking of Pope John Paul, I believe we'll have them later in the year as well.
We will against St. Thomas.
Yeah, and a couple of other schools in the area at halftime. Battle of Washington Parish here. Bogalusa leads Franklinton 14-7.
Of course, a lot of good football being played up there as well.
Yeah, I know Bogalusa's got a very exciting quarterback, I believe a senior this year, a kid named Ashton Levi. But also, my buddy Nick Saltaformaggio is now the head coach over at Franklin High School. Guy who's coached different spots around. I remember I covered him when I worked at NOLA.com. He was at both East Jefferson, won a state title at East Jefferson, Class 4A, and also did many, many great things at Honville High School.
Yes. Score from earlier halftime, Live Oak on top of Bel Air, 21-0. Of course, my alma mater and former St. Thomas head coach, former Southeastern player Hutch Gonzalez over there. Yep. Former St. Thomas coach Randall Leggett, the offensive coordinator over there this year. So the Eagles off and rolling here early. And here's a give to Jackson, I do believe. And check that, Cangelosi. And he picks up about 24, Travion Thomas on the stop.
One more interesting score I want to give to you, Chris. Second quarter, St. Charles leads Archbishop Shaw 14-10. So a couple of ties to this here at the Greenway. Former head coach Hank Tierney with Archbishop Shaw and St. Charles, who the Greenway.
Look, I'm going to tell you that St. Charles. I know it's just a jamboree, but that was an impressive team.
Oh, absolutely.
We saw last week. Here's a give. No, Davis is going to keep it up the gut, and he cuts it to the outside. 35-40. Look out! He may go. It is a foot race. He hesitates, stutter step, and he's just going to run out of bounds at the 30-yard line. They got the angle on him, and a very, very, very late penalty flag thrown here on the near side.
43-yard run by Davis and a beautiful block on the outside. Number 6, Corey Jackson. And we'll have to see what the flag is for.
The flag was after the play, so you would think
might be a
late hit, but we'll wait and see.
Personal foul.
And it is a personal foul against Walker. So Davis with the 43-yard run and 15 yards tacked on to it. And I tell you, with a 29-yarder he had on the first drive, he's got to be well over 100, maybe approaching 200 yards tonight.
Well, and Chris, we talked about the penalties hurting Ponchatoula earlier because they had several of them. That one right there is very, very costly for Walker because really, I mean, not if the 43-yard run wasn't enough, add another 15 yards to it, and Ponchatoula is cooking in the red zone.
First and 10 at the Walker 15-yard line, 8:15 to play, third quarter. Davis back to pass. Now he's going to roll near side, tuck it, and will step out of bounds at about the 13-yard line. Wanted to go to Jackson. He also had Brandon Matthews on that side of the field. They were both well covered, and Davis just got something out of nothing on that one.
Yeah, nice job by Davis. And really, if you're in that particular scenario, maybe you do want to open up the pass a little bit. Maybe try to catch Walker off guard some, but that's just Davis being Davis, basically.
Second down and 8. 8:09 to play in the third quarter. Davis keeps it and runs into a pack of Wildcats at about the 11-yard line, gain of 2.
Yeah, give them about a yard or two there, and it's kind of weird, hearing when you announce that play because all the Greenway were very good about disguising on that RPO. So really, it's kind of hard to see at first who has the ball initially.
34 Makowitz in on that stop. 63 Jasso as well. So 3rd and 7 here. 3 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. And they got him on the hard count again as 2 guys came across. Evan King, one of them, and the other defensive end on the other side looked like Thomas. And that will make it 3rd and 2. So now that really opens up the playbook for Coach Willie and the Green Wave here.
And, I mean, why go away from the run at this point? I know it's 3rd and 2, but you have different options as far as running the ball.
Davis with the pitch to Cangelosi, and he is fighting his way close to the first down. I think he's going to be just shy. He needed to get to the 5. He was about half a yard shy of the first down, and now
number 6, Dante Flowers on the stop, actually came away with the ball, but I believe it was already blown dead before he was able to snatch it away from Cangelosi.
And they're going to say he's closer to a yard shy of the first down. So another 4th and 1 here from the 6-yard line. Flowers has had a good game for Walker. We've called his name several times tonight. So the Green Wave will send 2 receivers to the left. Davis has Cangelosi behind him. Davis out of that pistol. He's going to keep it, and he's got the first down, I do believe. It's going to be awfully close.
They're going to rule him down at about the 5-yard line. This is where they spot that ball.
I think this is definitely close.
First
Yep, it is going to be.
wave.
I was going to say, I thought we might have a measurement, but they mark him down on the 5-yard line. First and goal from the 5. 6:42 to play, third quarter. We're knotted up at 7, but Ponchatoula knocking on the door here. 2 receivers to the left. Jackson in the backfield. He has the football, runs right into the teeth of that Walker defense. Picks up about 3. They'll mark him down at about the 2-yard line. 2.5. We'll call it the 3 officially.
Give the tackle to number 25, Evan King, once again. Again, we've said that young man's name multiple times here tonight, and there's another.
And there's a injured Green Wave player down on the field. And the teams will come to the sideline. We will take a quick break as well. 7-7 is our score. We'll take a 1-minute timeout. You're listening to High School Football on Cajun 107.1.
Fill in the blank. Are you an adult over the age of 21? Are you a parent? Do you have parents? If so, blank you in the horse you rode in on. We're not sure about the horse, but yeah, you need to ride any adult that thinks it's okay to give alcohol to kids. Because when it comes to youth access to alcohol, pushover is a dirty word.
Brought to you by the Track Coalition. Change starts with us.
School zones ensure our children's safety when they're arriving and leaving school. I'm Sheriff Daniel Edwards, and when you see a school zone sign, please slow down and drive the speed limit. School zones are often very busy, so be sure to watch out for students crossing the street, boarding the buses, or getting into other vehicles. Also, remember to put away your cell phones while you are driving. I'm Sheriff Daniel Edwards, and let's all have a safe school year.
Welcome back. Chris Coleman, Travis Connelley with you. We don't want to speculate too much, but we believe that Jace Jackson is the injured player down on the field. They are looking at his lower leg right now. But as it stands, 6 minutes, 16 seconds to play, third quarter. It is a 7-7 ball game. Ponchatoula has it second down and goal at the Walker 3-yard line. We want to remind you that you can join Roger Gill Saturday mornings live on Tangy 96.5. Roger will recap all the games from Friday night, talk Southeastern Lion football, and look ahead to all the Saturday matchups. Maybe throw in a little pro sports as well. That's Under the Hood Saturday mornings, 9 to 11, Tangy 96.5. Also tomorrow on right here on Cajun 107, the Southeastern Sports Radio Network, the Lions, pregame at 2:30 as they will kick off against Mississippi State. And also, stay tuned until the end of the game. We'll pick our play of the game, brought to you by Camps Tire and LaRonger. Get ready for those football road trips with tires, inspection stickers, oil changes, and minor automotive repairs. Jackson able to walk off under his own power.
Always good to see.
And the clock rolling now, 6:05 to play. Second and goal from the 3-yard line. 2 receivers to the left. Davis has the football, gives to Cangelosi, and he is close and just shy of the end zone. I tell you hope he gets a touchdown tonight because he's been so close.
Once again, he came very, very close, and I'm waiting for the young man to get up to give credit to the tackle, and he is still down.
Looks like there's a Walker player shaking up.
That's I believe that's the kid who made the tackle. And again, don't want to speculate on a number here. It's very, very difficult to read that jersey number in this particular angle.
And we have the heat and humidity timeout here at 5:54. We'll keep it here since we just came out of the break. And it looks like this is a cramp here. We mentioned it is a little bit cooler. Of course, the calendar has turned over to September. And
I got about 83 degrees right now, but that doesn't mean it's 83.
Right.
It could be up to 90 right now.
Right.
No.
So, you're still going to have those cramps and those issues here. But again, the young man able to get up and walk off here under his own power, which you like to see that. Looks like number 7.
7, yes. That's
TJ Silvio.
Silvio. Another one of those interesting names.
senior linebacker for the Wildcats.
And really, another interesting scenario if you're the Green Wave is 3rd and goal at the 1-yard line. Just under 6 minutes to go. So you got to imagine maybe another RPO try for Mr. Davis.
They keep that same formation. Brazil and Jackson split wide to the left. Cangelosi behind Bishop Davis out of that pistol formation. And they give it to Cangelosi, and he keeps those legs churning. And he did not get in. My goodness.
He was very, very close. That was a nice play.
Wow, I tell you, that ball's got to be as close to the goal line as it can possibly be without touching it.
That was 32 for Walker.
And they're going to go again here. Davis takes the snap and sneaks. He is.
I think he's
no signal yet. He is in. Now we have a signal from the far side, from the near side here. And Bishop Davis with his second 1-yard touchdown run of the night. And that puts the Green Wave up 13-7 with 5:17 to play in the third quarter.
We got another Walker Wildcat now, Chris. I can see that number. That is number 6, Dante Flowers. Like we said, another young man who's made several plays for the Wildcats tonight. A lot of kids are cramping at this point.
And there's a Green Wave player cramping down here on the sideline as well.
That
looks
again, don't want to speculate. It's definitely a single digit.
It looks like that might be Bishop Davis.
It might be Davis. It looks like number 3.
We want to remind you, though, that touchdown and every touchdown throughout tonight's action and throughout the season brought to you by State Farm agent Alexis DeCorbier. Get in touch with Alexis today to see if she can get your insurance rates to go down. The Walker young man, Flowers, is up, as is Bishop Davis, and he's
appears to be hobbling a bit on the sideline. So definitely something to keep an eye on if you're the Green Wave for the rest of this contest. 5:17 to go in the third quarter. However, the Green Wave, with that touchdown by Davis, just took a 13-7 lead pending extra point.
And here comes the swinging gate yet again as Loricella out wide, and now he's going to come on to attempt the – boy, he's carrying the tee with him over.
Yes, he is.
Out of the hold of Braden Perrin, bit of a high snap. Loricella gets to it, puts it right down Ridgedale Road, and with 5:17 left to play in the third quarter, it is a 14-7 Ponchatoula lead. We'll take a 1-minute timeout. You're listening to High School Football on Cajun 107.1.
Fun things are happening during football season and all the time at Salty Joe's in Hammond. During football season, they have appetizer specials like $36 margarita towers, $25 beer towers, and $3 seltzer during LSU games and Sunday and Monday nights. Or if you're more of a brunchy type, have yourself some bottomless mimosas Saturdays from 11 to 2 and Sundays from 10 to 2. So the next time you think football and fun, think Salty Joe's. Salty Joe's on Range Road in Hammond.
Parents, do you sometimes find yourself glued to your phone, even when your kids are around? This is Joseph Dominic, Executive Director of the Florida Parishes Juvenile Justice District. Life is so busy these days, and we all seem to be attached to our phones, either talking or looking at social media. Are you living in the moment? Remember, your kids are watching you and learning from you. Be that positive adult role model that teaches, inspires, and loves. That's the good stuff that builds success. And if you've ever considered a career as a positive adult role model, please visit fpjdc.org, where you can apply for a job making a difference in a young person's life.
Welcome back. Chris Coleman, Travis Connelley here live from the Swamp. I tell you, we want to thank everybody here at Ponchatoula High. It's always fun when we come up here. And, we'll be the other side of the rivalry next week, as we'll be at Hammond High as they take on Riverdale. And always good to be over there. We enjoy our trips there as well. Been a couple of years since I've been to a game there, but
it's been 20 for me.
But looking forward,
for football at least,
yes. Right? But looking forward to it. Yes, of course, was there for basketball last year. Looking forward to being over there as Showers attempts this kickoff, and he's going to send it over on the far side. And I think, yes, his knee was down when he picked that football up at about the 16-yard line.
I kind of wonder why he played it. It was right on the sideline.
Yeah.
Maybe let it go out of bounds and get better field position. So a bit of a head scratcher for that young man on Walker.
Believe that was Bardalis over there on the far side. So they'll take over 1st and 10 from their own 17-yard line. 5:16 to play, third quarter. Ponchatoula leads Walker 14-7. And again,
still in at quarterback.
Walker scored on that long pass, and really that's kind of been the MO against Ponchatoula so far. You can get a long pass over the top against them. It's hard to keep a sustained drive against them. Is right here a swarm of Greenway players.
You want to take a guess who led that one?
I'm going to guess either Albert Smith or Jamal Sapp, the way it's been going tonight.
Go with the latter on that one, buddy. Jamal Sapp, once again, that young man is having a fantastic game here tonight.
He has been all over the field, and you see those two guys switching sides of the field right now. Both versatile guys can do a lot of things. Silv back to pass. He's going long, has a man out there, and overthrew his man. And very fortunate, Anthony Vanette, number 4, looked like he kind of started to cramp up a little bit there. And
that ball was intended for Caden Jones, who had a big reception earlier in the ball game here tonight.
And he had a step there on Vanette, but Silv just drastically overthrew him. Is going to bring up 3rd and 9.
Well, Chris, and it goes back to what you said a couple of plays ago that give props to Coach Mahaffey and his staff for doing a little film study on the Green Wave last week against the Comets during the Jamboree, as the Green Wave kind of struggled a bit to defend the pass.
Silv back to pass. He fires, and it is complete over there on the far side. Number 2, Rashad Taylor, junior wide receiver, makes the catch. And that's going to be a first down. He needed 9, just a good little 10-yard hook pattern there.
It looked like Fuentes James, number 24, in on the stop for the Green Wave. Nice job by him to prevent any further damage. Like you said, the Wildcats get the first down.
That moves it out to their own 27-yard line. 4:14 and counting here in the third quarter. Ponchatoula leading 14-7. Here's McClendon, and he maybe gets a yard. As over there on the far side, I believe that was Albert Smith making the stop.
Yeah, give credit to also number 23, Leighton Bazile, on that stop for the Green Wave. And I don't know if you've noticed, Chris, that this Silv, when he takes the snap, he is crouched down very low. I've seen that from some quarterbacks under center, but this young man does it from the shotgun.
Here's McClendon, and he barrels his way across the 44. A first down, and showing you some of the talent that runs through those bloodlines there. Give him 14 and a first down.
Yeah, a little slow to get up is McClendon, being helped up by his teammates, and he will jog off over to the sideline. Bazile, number 23, once again in on the tackle.
And McClendon, and Rob told us earlier before the game, McClendon was kind of banged up a little bit. They weren't sure if he was going to play tonight. Has a wrist injury that's bothering him, but he's had a good ball game tonight for the Wildcats.
Yeah, looks like
late substitution coming on, and
they had to call timeout. It was number 84 wasn't supposed to be in on the play, and number 2 was trying to run on. That's Rashad Taylor, and 84 being Niall Allen. So a bit of confusion over on the Wildcat side.
We'll take a break at 3:09 in the third quarter. Ponchatoula leading 14-7. We will be right back. You listen to high school football on Cajun 107.1.
This is Chief Jimmy Travis, candidate for your next sheriff. From my years of experience in law enforcement, I've learned it takes time and determination to learn to lead and serve in your community. We salute all of our young men and women who work hard every day to play and participate in a sport. To all of our area players, cheerleaders, trainers, band members, we are proud of your dedication. You have learned to be leaders, and we wish you luck this football season. Paid for by Jimmy Travis for Sheriff Campaign.
Camps Tires in Laranger is ready to get you road ready for those football road trips. Most brands and sizes of tires, inspection stickers, oil changes, and minor automotive repairs. Camps Tires in Laranger is located 1 minute north of the four-way stop sign at the intersection of Morris Road and Highway 40. Only 10 minutes from Hammond. Camps Tires in Laranger. Open Monday through Friday, 8 to 4:30. Clean, great service, great prices. Call or stop by Camps Tires in Laranger today. 878-8420.
Welcome back. Here's a delay to Caden Jones, and he is hit hard right at midfield. Gain of about 6 on the play. Krashad LaFrance tracking him down. Brings up 2nd down and 4.
And there's Jones once again on the handoff.
And look out. He's got some room. Caden Jones still on his feet. Inside the 30-yard line. Huge run there, 21 yards.
Say, Chris, if it wasn't for 24 Fuentes James, Jones might be doing a dance in the end zone right about now.
Well, Walker might have found something on the right side of that offensive line.
Yeah, and it looks like it's come from a receiver as well. So, like we talked about earlier, Caden Jones, the receiver of a couple of huge passes here tonight from Silv, has shown his ability to make some plays out of the backfield as well, and he is lined up back there once again in the shotgun.
And third time is the charm, but not much doing there as Ponchatoula shuts that down. Let's see, that's
number 0.
That's big Krashad LaFrance. Now, like we said, hey, 5'9", 315, it is hard to get around that.
Well, but also, like we said, you put him up against or right next to a 6'2", 335 Jacob Berry, then that's like putting a couple of refrigerator Perrys on your line to the green wave. Again, if you get that reference, props to you.
2nd down and 9. Here's Silv on a keeper coming near side, and he runs right into Albert Smith, who stood him up for number 92, Troy Key Butler, to come in and clean it up. First time we've called Butler's name tonight.
And what a name, Troy Key Butler.
He had a great 7th grade English teacher.
I think I might know who that is. Butler is going to come off for a play, replaced by number 90, Sykeem Hines.
Big 3rd down, 2 receivers to each side. Silv pump fakes. He's going long. He's got a man out there, and it is a touchdown to number 1. Check that, Asa Rutherford.
Sounds like a president.
That does sound like a president. Asa Rutherford on the 24-yard touchdown pass from Silv. And once again, we are an extra point away from a tie ball game here at the 1:17 mark of the 3rd quarter.
Chris, I think, we haven't been through a full 2 games here at Ponchatoula this season, but obviously played, a couple quarters last week. We've only been through not even 3 quarters here. We've been to 17 left here in the 3rd. Looks like the Green Wave pass defense might have a few holes that they need to work on ahead of next week's match.
Well, so Ponce is on to attempt the extra point. And we're going to have a penalty, I believe. Ponchatoula jumped. And I tell you, that could be a dangerous penalty because Coach Mahaffey might roll the dice and say, hey we're going to go for 2.
Like you said, yeah, I agree. Coach Mahaffey is not afraid. I don't know what kind of nickname we can come up with. I mean, he's not Riverboat Ron or whatever.
Cool Hand Chad, maybe. I don't know.
Mirage Mahaffey or something. I don't know here.
All right, so Ponce is going to stay on and attempt the extra point here. And that touchdown brought to you by State Farm agent Alexis Corby. And it is going to be a botched snap, and he is in for the score.
That's number 17, the holder, Patrick McKenzie.
Patrick McKenzie.
Up, and he was tackled, but into the end zone by Jacob Robinson. So, yeah, I don't know how to retort to that.
Something out of nothing right there for the Wildcats as they now lead at 15-14 with 1:17 to play in the 3rd quarter. We'll take a 1-minute timeout. You're listening to High School Football on Cajun 107.1.
You can help fight deadly diseases like RSV and influenza while getting paid for your time. Velocity Clinical Research is now seeking clinical trial participants in your area. Participants can receive compensation for study-related time. No health insurance is needed to join. Find a study near you at velocitytrials.com. That's velocitytrials.com.
Hey, Tangy neighbors, Tula Title wants to thank you for supporting your local business. Whether it's a vehicle registration, renewal, title transfer, or any notary services, Tula Title is here and willing to help. We are open 6 days a week, Monday through Saturday, located at 175 West Hickory Street in, you guessed it, Ponchatoula. Call us today at 985-467-1281 or find us on the web at tulatitle.com. We hope to see you soon.
Welcome back. Chris Coleman, Travis Connelley with you. Walker has jumped on top 15-14 and in the most inopportune way on a botched snap on an extra point.
I mean, you say inopportune, but, props to Walker for taking advantage of that opportunity and really doing something they haven't done yet, and that is take the lead in this ballgame.
Ponce kicks it deep, and we have another penalty, and I think we're going to have an offside against Walker. Ponce almost looks like he kind of stutter steps before he kicks the ball, and I think that caused one of his guys to jump off sides. So, again, not sure if we mentioned it, but that touchdown brought to you by State Farm agent Alexis Corbier. Get in touch with Alexis today to see if she can get your insurance rates to go down. The 24-yard touchdown pass from Troy Silv to Asa Rutherford and Patrick McKenzie with the 2-point conversion on the botched snap on the extra point attempt.
Well, it looks like Ponce is telling, his fellow kickoff team hero on the near side, telling him something like, hey, keep an eye on the ball. Let's not jump early.
And something to keep an eye on. Bishop Davis is on the trainer table, so we don't know if he is going to, and now he's headed back out onto the field. That was a short pooch kick taken by number 23, Leighton Bazile, and he nearly broke that. Caught it on a dead run at about the 40-yard line and made it into Walker territory.
Yeah, nice job by Bazile. But one more thing on Davis. It's probably the fastest anybody has popped up off of a trainer table in recent memory.
Check that. They'll mark him back at the 48-yard line of Ponchatoula.
There's Davis coming back out onto the field. Cangelosi will be back there with him. And big C.J. Brazil. I'm going to start calling him Big Brazil.
There you go.
Over here on the near side, out wide.
Of course, he was a starter on that state championship basketball team as well. Davis is going to keep it. He's got some room to the outside. Cuts it upfield, 40, 35, 30, 20. Stumbles back inside, and he is down inside the 10-yard line. A huge run. Bishop Davis doing his thing.
Give him 43 yards on that game right there, Chris. That is just what the Green Wave needed right now. You feel a little down, a little dejected. The air let out of the balloon a little bit after the Wildcats took advantage of that 2-point, the botch snap on the field goal or extra point to get a 2-point conversion. Now the Green Wave are moving the ball down the field, looking for the answer.
And we've got another injury, another cramp for Walker. And I tell you, if you're Coach Mahaffey, you don't want to see one of your guys cramping, but that kind of gives you an extra timeout to squash some of this momentum that Ponchatoula has here. I tell you, Bishop Davis, that is his second 43-yard run of the night. We don't have any official stats, but he has got to be well over 200 yards tonight.
If not, he is flirting with it. Very, very close for that young man. I believe that is, from what I can see, 24, Travion Thomas. Senior linebacker for the Wildcats who's down right now. And like you said, it is a cramp. It's still quite warm outside here in southeast Louisiana.
50 seconds left to play in the third quarter. 15-14, Walker leads. And they were down 7-0 at halftime. They have 15 points here in the third quarter. But Ponchatoula knocking on the door once again here. And Bishop Davis has been the man of the hour for the Green Wave.
Yeah, I mean, we kind of knew that he was going to play a huge role in this game, not only for the fact that he's a quarterback, but he's dangerous on the ground, too, with his rushing attack.
First and goal from the 10-yard line. Davis gives it to Cangelosi, and we're going to have another late penalty flag coming in here.
Yeah, tackle by 32. I'm going to try this one. Albion Prigion.
Hey, that sounds good to me. Spelled Prigeon.
So if you're the Prigion family and you're listening tonight, my apologies if I got that wrong.
Now, let's see what this call is. They're talking to Coach Willie. He doesn't seem happy about the call, so my guess is this is going to go against.
It was a late flag that came in. So, yeah, they are backing up at this point.
Well, and again,
for the signal from
you talk about, a momentum killer, a drive killer. Looks like a hold. But again, that was well after the play. Everything was pretty much done, and you just have a silly penalty there. So now it is 1st and 23. 1st and goal from the 23. They send 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Brazil is your lone receiver to the right. Davis gives to Cangelosi up the gut, and he fights his way still on his feet down inside or right close to the 15-yard line. And Andrew Cangelosi with a hard run.
That's, dynamic play by Cangelosi. That's what you call keeping your legs moving, keeping the truck in drive, so to speak, as Cangelosi just uses his power there, no quit attitude. And, hey, it worked out for him because he got a little bit more than really, I guess, the Wildcats thought he was going to get at that point. And, the penalty hurt, but Cangelosi was able to make something out of that.
That's going to bring us to the end of the third quarter. Walker with a 15-point third quarter. They lead it now 15-14. 12 minutes left to decide this one. You're listening to High School Football on Cajun 107.1.
This is Jeremy of Coupe de Ville, the Cadillac of Buffalo Wings in Hammond and Amite. With daily specials, sports on the big screens, and ice-cold beer, we strive to keep you coming back for more of our award-winning wings.
Coupe de Ville is excited to announce the opening of their brand new location at 287 South Morrison Boulevard, and they can't wait for you to see the new place. Coupe de Ville, the Cadillac of Buffalo Wings, has a whole new vibe, love, peace, and chicken wings. From Coupe de Ville.
If you ever find yourself in need of a tow or you're locked out of your car, be sure to call Bennett's Towing. Hi, I'm Brandon Bennett, and Bennett's Towing is my family's business. Good service and prompt response is what you'll get from Bennett's Towing. If you have an accident and need professional care, call Bennett's. Here at Bennett's Towing, our motto is we don't want an arm and a leg, we just want your toes. So remember, when you're on the highway and your car gets all shook up, don't be cruel. Call Bennett's Towing. Licensed, bonded, and insured all over Tangipahoa Parish. Call 985-386-3242. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Welcome back, Chris Coleman, Travis Connelley. Fourth quarter headed your way. Walker leads it 15-14. 2nd and goal at the 16 for the Green Wave. Here's Davis. He dances to the outside, has some room, and maybe a late hit over there. Very close to it. No flag. And let's see. He gets to about the 11-yard line, so it's going to be 3rd and goal from the 11.
You got to wonder here if you're Coach Willie, just what page of the playbook are you thumbing through right now or trying to find? Because obviously Ponchatoula is a run-heavy team, but it's 3rd and 11 or 3rd and goal from the 11. I don't know how many plays you have for this. Oh, and it appears, that'll help right there.
What is that? The 3rd hard count
so.
tonight?
I think that from what I can see, it looked like 92 Sam Ponce, the kid who normally lines up for extra points for the Wildcats, the guilty party.
So that's going to bring it. That's going to make it 3rd and goal from the 6. You have to say this is 4-down territory anyway, but now that really makes it a lot more manageable for the Green Wave. Davis looking to the sideline now. He's got 2 receivers to each side. Cangelosi next to him in the backfield. Plenty of time on the play clock. He has the football. He's going to keep it and go to the outside. Gets the corner, and he is just short. Well, I tell you.
He lost the ball at the very end there, Chris, and I think they're going to rule him down, or the forward progress stopped, because it appeared that a Walker Wildcat took possession of that ball at the end. But, yes, they're going to say he was down.
4th and goal at the 1-yard line. And I tell you, Davis already has 2 4th and goal 1-yard touchdown runs tonight. I don't know if I've ever seen anybody with 3 in a ball game. He's going to go under center, bunch formation for the Green Wave. And he's going to roll out to his right, and he is in for the score. Bishop Davis with his 3rd 1-yard touchdown run of the night. And Ponchatoula jumps back on top 20-15 with 11:04 to play in this ball game.
Yeah, stop me if you've heard this one before. Bishop Davis scored 3 1-yard touchdowns. Not only that, but also all of them on 4th down. Yeah, don't think I've heard that one before.
Well, so now, if you're Coach Willie, what do? An extra point only puts you up 6. So do you roll the dice, go for 2 here? It looks like that's what they're going to do.
I say so because you're so early in the 4th.
Well, no, yep. So they're going to go for 2 here. Not to cut you off there, sorry.
No, it's fine. Looks like Davis is coming back out. Cangelosi in the backfield. 2 receivers out to the left on the near side.
And 1 to the right, Brazil.
Yeah, the 2 on the near, number 6, Jackson. Number
17, Brandon Matthews.
So, yeah, the Green Wave look like they're going to use timeout. A little bit of a formation on the confusion.
We'll take a break as well. 11:04 to play. 20-15. Ponchatoula leads. Extra point pending. You listen to high school football. Cajun 107.1. Welcome back. Here is Brazil, and he is going to be stopped. He took the direct snap just a little bit short, and that is a big play in this ball game, Travis. 11:04 to play. Ponchatoula clinging to a 5-point lead. That's about the worst place that you want to be in football because a touchdown beats you.
Yeah, but you got 11:04 left on the clock right now. I mean, it's with the way this Walker team has been moving the ball tonight. I think Ponchatoula may have one more chance, pending upon what Walker does with the ball. But this is also a time for this defensive staff here, for the Green Wave, to really tell this kid, look, this is your chance. We got to step up here.
Well, and look, the thing is, really, it's been the big play in the passing game that has been Ponchatoula's Achilles heel thus far. So if you can get that squared away, as Showers with a pooch kick, going to be, and the ball is loose. It's going to be picked up by number 20, Barnales, and look out. He is into the clear, and he may go. Nobody in front of him, but there is a penalty flag all the way back at the 25. It is coming back. I would
say, if anything, if it does count, give him about 76 yards on that return for a score. But pending upon this flag, and there's another injured Walker Wildcat down.
There's a flag back around the 26-yard line, about where he took the football.
And kind of near where this young man is down right now. Don't have a number on him. Coach Willie out there assisting with the Walker training staff. Maybe it's something Coach Willie saw immediately right there. It was near the Ponchatoula sideline.
Let's see, Barnales, that ball was kind of bouncing around a little bit. Barnales picked it up. And
a hold against the Wildcats, so it will be coming back. Really, a heartbreaker if you're Walker. As that was really just what the Wildcats needed. That was the shot of adrenaline they needed. But yeah, like we said, the penalty's going to bring it back.
Want to remind you that you can join Roger Gill Saturday mornings live, changing 96.5. Roger will recap all the games from Friday night. Talk Southeastern Line football. Look ahead to all the Saturday matchups. Maybe throw in a little pro sports as well. That's Under the Hood Saturday mornings, 9 to 11, Tangy 96.5. And stay tuned till the end of the game. We'll pick our player of the game, brought to you by Camps Tire and LaRonger. Get ready for those football road trips with tires, inspection stickers, oil changes, and minor automotive repairs. And something tells me, Travis, the player of the game, there's a healthy candidate right now, but something tells me somebody's going to make a play in this last 10:48 to win that award.
I'm having that feeling too, Chris.
Here's Silv on the keeper, and good hard running up the gut, but a wall of Green Wave defenders.
I think he handed it off there. I'm thinking it's going to be McClendon, and it is 22 McClendon.
Okay.
Run. And yeah, by the way, that was number 17, Patrick McKenzie, who was down on the kickoff return.
And of course, he was the holder, scored the 2-point conversion that put Walker up momentarily. Great ball game here tonight from the Swamp. Thank you for joining us, making us part of your night.
Real quick, Chris, let me to cut you off there. I want to throw a score out there to you. Fourth quarter, Mandeville leads number 23, Denham Springs. Not sure why they have rankings at this point, but Mandeville leads Denham Springs 24-0.
Wow.
So that's another 6-5A against
5-5A.
5-5A, yes.
And, of course, Denham Springs, coached by former Southeastern Lion Brett Beard. And they've struggled offensively in the early going. Walker shut them out in the Jamboree, and Mandeville doing the same up to this point.
We talked about the Battle of Washington Parish. We've got Battle of Feliciana here. West Feliciana, East Feliciana tied at 14 in the third quarter.
So 10:21 to play in this one. The officials talking with Coach Willie over here on the sideline. Not quite sure what about. And we are set for football once again. Second down and 8 from their own 18-yard line. Silv, he keeps it. He's going long, has a man out there, and just out of his reach. Good coverage over there on the far side. Number 29, Jylan Jackson.
Chris, who's been the main receiver all night for those Walker Wildcats?
That would be
80, Caden Jones.
Caden Jones.
The intended target there on that pass. Another score, real quick update of that Washington Parish game. Okaloosa leads Franklinton 22-15 in the fourth quarter.
That's a good one up there in Washington Parish. Third down and 8 here coming up. Silv feels the pressure, sets up the screen to McClendon, and he hurdles over his blocker. And Albert Smith over there on the far side brings him down after a short gain. That's going to bring up fourth down for Walker. Nice job by Smith staying at home and reading that well.
Yeah, Smith, and also on the play was at number 5, Wyatt Bennett. Once again, another young man whose name we've said several times here tonight.
I'll tell you, those Ponchatoula secondary guys are very adept at coming up and playing the run and playing the screen.
Yeah, and, that's something that they've shown success for tonight. It's really the long pass that's been kind of the Achilles heel for them.
Play clock down to 3. They just get it off. Traxler standing at his own 45-yard line. He's going to call for the fair catch and has it at the 41. Good punt. And Traxler sets the Green Wave up in great field position. We'll take a quick break. 9:19 to play in the ball game. Ponchatoula leads at 20-15. You listen to high school football on Cajun 107.1.
It's time to gear up for back to school. Vexus Fiber is at the top of the class on the North Shore for reliability and speeds up to 1 gig. Vexus Fiber offers all-weather reliability, complete whole-home Wi-Fi coverage with Boost, and world-class customer service. Visit VexusFiber.com to learn about their internet deals starting at $39.99 per month. Check the best-in-class internet off your school supply list and make the switch to Vexus Fiber today. Limited time offer. Service is not available in all areas and subject to availability.
Voted best pizza by Tangy Lifestyles? Commodore's Pizza, of course. The best on pizza in town, not to mention the friendliest service. Call your to-go orders in ahead of time because when you get there, you're going to see that so many others are craving that Commodore's too. In Hammond and now A-Meat too. Whether dining in or taking it to go, make your plans to enjoy Commodore's this football season in A-Meat or Hammond before, during, or after the ball games. For more details, look them up on Facebook or go to CommodoresPizza.com.
Welcome back. Here's Davis giving to Galladora, and he is caught in the backfield for a 2-yard loss. Going to bring up second down and 12. As they go quick again, Galladora going to take it, and this time get some positive yardage out across the 40 to about the 43. Give him 4 this time. That's going to bring up third down and 8. We'll call it 7 officially. 8:21 and counting in the ball game. Ponchatoula leading 20-15.
And real quick, Chris, this is a score we're going to see later this season. St. Paul's leading West Jefferson in Covington 29-0.
And, of course, we'll see them right here in the Swamp.
Yes.
As district play starting week 4 for the Green Wave against Covington. We'll be here for that one as well. Big third down. Davis going to keep it on the quarterback draw and bounces it to the outside. And good pursuit by that Walker defensive front. Holds him to maybe a yard. That's going to bring up 4th and 6. Flowers a little bit slow to get up for Walker. He's able to walk off under his own power. And this is a big 4th down here in this ball game. 4th and 6 from their own 45-yard line. 7:33 to play. Ponchatoula on top, 20-15. The Green Wave have one timeout left. Walker with 2, and it looks like they're going to punt this football away.
And real quick, Chris, we haven't brought this up yet tonight. We're looking across the way. That's a pretty good amount of fans for Walker.
Oh,
right
absolutely.
Down the road. But, yeah, I mean, those are fans. That's a fan base that travels well. And, hey, those kids have given those fans over there plenty to cheer about here.
Well, that whole area over there, Livingston Parish, Walker, Watson, that whole area is competitive. And it has grown leaps and bounds over the last 20 years. Like I said, growing up out there, Watson was kind of just a little sleepy, not even town really, but it has grown immensely in that Walker area as well as, and like you said, they have traveled well. Not very many empty seats on either side in this one tonight, and those that have paid to get in have gotten their money's worth. 7 minutes, 13 seconds left to play. Ponchatoula just took their last timeout, and so they will punt it away. Ethan Loricella on to punt it here. 4th and 6 from their own 45.
That's a curious call, at least for me, from Coach Willie. 7:13 left to go. You only have a 5-point lead here. So if you're a Green Wave fan, you're hoping that one doesn't come back and really bite you in the butt.
Well, remember now, they faked it last week, and Krashad is there as one of the protectors. They gave it to the big man last week. High snap over Loricella's head. He's able to pick it up, and he's running for his life, and he is thrown down inside the 15-yard line, and he is upset.
That is number 39, Preston Hill, who was able to get back there and make the play.
And I tell you, Loricella, very fortunate he didn't get a penalty there. Took his helmet off in frustration, and the official over here on the near side told him, put it back on, son, and he did. But now what you've done is Walker's right there knocking on the door.
Knocking on the door with a whole new breath of fresh air.
Yep.
It will increase momentum. I mean, if you're a Walker Wildcat fan, that's probably just what this team needed.
Well, 1st and 10 at the Ponchatoula 14-yard line now, 7:04 to play. Here's Silv given to McClendon, and he goes up the gut, and he is close to a first down. He needed to get to the 4. They'll mark him down at about the 7. So 2nd and 3 coming up here.
Rashad LaFrance looked like he was in on the tackle for the Green Wave, but not before. McClendon with a very, very nice 7-yard gain.
2nd and goal from 3, 6:35 to play in the ball game. 2 receivers to the left. Here's McClendon again, and nothing doing there. That's big number 99, Jacoby Berry, and also number 7. There's that man again, Jacob Robinson. 3rd and 3 coming up.
Trying to see who else. Yeah, that was 7, Robinson. I mean, if you're the Green Wave, this is your chance for your defense to come together, really. And, I mean, because this Walker team has shown that they were able to move the ball down the field.
McClendon fighting hard, and I think he's going to be short. He is. He needed to get to the 4, and he didn't even make the 5-yard line. So now you're inside of 6 minutes. And let's see, we're going to have a heat and humidity timeout, so we will take a break. 5:57 left to play in this one. Do not go anywhere. Ponchatoula leads at 20-15. Walker facing a 4th and 2 at the Ponchatoula 6. We'll take a 1-minute timeout.
Hi, this is Robbie Miller, Tangipahoa Parish President. We live in such a beautiful area, but sometimes people litter. The only cure for litter is you. We would love your help in keeping Tangipahoa beautiful, whether it's just you doing your part by not littering or by joining one of our cleanups. Be a part of the solution, not the pollution, and help us keep Tangipahoa beautiful.
District 12 State Senator Beth Mizell knows the importance of good teamwork, of striving to be the best. Beth is a natural leader as our state senator, and she wants to continue to serve the people of District 12. As a former educator, Beth Mizell knows how important education is and supporting the local schools of Tangipahoa Parish. Beth fights every day on our behalf. So, on October 14th, she asks for your vote and for your continued support to the hard work she's doing for our area.
Paid for by Beth Mizell for Louisiana.
Welcome back, Chris Coleman, Travis Connelley. This could be your ball game right here. 5:57 left in the ball game. Ponchatoula leads it 20-15. 4th and 2 at the Green Wave 6-yard line. Silv has McClendon next to him. He's going to roll to his left. He keeps it. Let's see. He should have the first down, it looks like. And number 19, Jacob P. on the stop.
He got it, Chris. It doesn't look like by much, though. Regardless, though, if the drive stays alive for the Walker Wildcats, the clock continues to tick down. 5:44 and counting here at the Swamp, with Green Wave holding on to a 5-point lead, 20-15.
And we said that 5-point lead is the worst possible place you want to be. Right now, a touchdown beats you. But still a lot of time left in this one. They send Jones in motion across the formation. Silv gives to McClendon, and he is stopped almost in his tracks. Really no gain on the play.
Chris, we've said the name Jacob Robinson so many times here tonight. Let's add one more. That young man broke through and was able to corral McClendon right there at his leg, at least get one leg, and prevent him from pushing further any more. So, yeah, I mean, Robinson is just having a tremendous game here.
And if you're McClendon, you know he would love to score the go-ahead touchdown here where his dad played. 4:50 to play. Silv on the jet sweep, and Jones is stopped in the backfield. Let's see who read that. 23, Leighton Bazil. Also, number 7, Robinson, and number 1, Albert Smith.
But it was finished off by 99, Jacoby Berry. Big Jacoby right in the middle. But, yes, those 3 young men you mentioned before were really the ones who kind of kick-started that play right there for Ponchatoula defense.
3rd and goal from the 5-yard line. Crowd need to get into this one a little bit more. This would be a huge goal line stand if they can finish it off. Clinging to a 5-point lead, 4:13 to play in the ball game. Silv fumbles the snap, and there's a pitch, and the ball is loose. Ponchatoula has the football. It is number 92, Troy Key Butler, coming up with the loose ball, and Ponchatoula a huge defensive stop.
Chris, still trying to make something out of nothing. Really, he pitched it. I guess he really should have just held on to it and just tried to push forward. It was obviously 4-down territory, only being 3rd down. So really, but obviously, speaking from this perspective up here in the booth, I'm not down on the field. I'm not knowing fully what that young man is thinking.
Hold everything. The officials conferring. Are they going to say that was maybe a forward pass?
Regardless, that would be an interception then.
Right. He caught that out of the air, so it's an interception. It's Ponchatoula's football either way.
Well, regardless, it is a turnover takeaway if you're the Ponchatoula defense. I would say it's an interception.
I would say it's an interception too. I mean,
they're hitting the ground. Well, hey, Chris, it's not every day you get to see a defensive lineman with an interception.
Right. And, hey, that's the big – hey, we said somebody was going to make a play, and right there was that Ponchatoula defense and Troy Key Butler. And here's Bishop Davis coming near side, and good open field tackle there, number 7, T.J. Silvio, and he is cramping again.
He immediately grabbed that leg right after that tackle, Chris. Yeah, we're going to have maybe a slight break in the action here.
So 3:55 to play. That was a 6-yard gain for Bishop Davis. We will take a quick break while they attend to Silvio. 3:55 left, Ponchatoula leading 20-15. Stay with us.
Take a short drive to the country. V-Watch Furniture Company. It's worth the drive. 13060 Florida Boulevard in Livingston, Louisiana. With over 60 years in the furniture business, I'd take that drive. Or I'd even call 225-686-7238. V-Watch Furniture Company. Home of Giant 10 sales, trade days, 0% financing. Always something going on the weekend at V-Watch Furniture Company. Down home folk. That's who I want to do business with. Miss Tammy, Denton Dansby, and the whole gang. V-Watch Furniture Company.
Drive a little, save a lot. V-Watch Furniture.
Fill in the blank. Are you an adult over the age of 21? Are you a parent? Do you have parents? If so, go blank yourself.
I'm sorry, what?
The answer we were looking for was check. It's time to check yourself, your kids, and your liquor cabinet. Because when it comes to youth access to alcohol, carelessness is a dirty word.
Brought to you by the Track Coalition. Change starts with us.
Welcome back, Chris Coleman, Travis Connelley. I tell you, if you're just joining us, where in the world have you been? A great ball game here, week one. Ponchatoula clinging to a 20-15 lead with 3:53 and counting to play in this one. They have it 2nd and 4 at their own 14-yard line. Trying to salt away this victory. It has been a good one, a back-and-forth battle, and the turnovers have really told the story in this one up to this point. And wisely, Ponchatoula just letting the clock run down here, burning as much as they can. Play clock is at 13, 3:26 on the game clock as the Green Wave now will snap it, and Davis keeps it, and he is off to the races. 35-40, cuts it back, and slips down as he tries to cut inside. And actually, I think what he did there is he slipped down to stay in bounds to keep the clock running. Smart, heady play by Bishop Davis.
Yeah, I mean, that's a veteran football move right there that really – some college kids, some pros even forget to do sometimes.
33-yard run there. So just on 3 carries tonight, he is, 4. If you throw in his longest runs, he's at 140 some odd yards. Great outing by Bishop Davis. 3 touchdowns on the night. There's a give to Jace Jackson up the gut. Maybe a yard on the carry.
Now, we want to remind the crowd, I need to cut you off there, Chris. We want to remind the crowd that, or the audience, that Walker still has 2 timeouts left.
Yep.
So if Ponchatoula does get into trouble and they have to punt the ball away, those 2 timeouts could be huge for the Wildcats.
And I would think that after this 2nd and 9 play, Coach Mahaffey's going to use that. They'll snap it around the 2-minute mark as you can't take them with you, so you might as well use it as we hit the 2-minute mark here. And there's a give to Jackson, and absolutely nothing doing here. Number 21, Eshawn Elfage on the stop, and they did not take the timeout. So Coach Mahaffey saying, hey, I'd rather have him on the offensive side. So Ponchatoula is going to be able to run this thing down to about 1:12 here. Big decision here. 3rd and 10. Do you keep the ball on the ground?
I would say keep doing what you're doing and really punt it away.
And make them use those timeouts. Make them use at least one. Because if you throw an incompletion here.
But if you run it down on 4th down as well, it would be well under a minute, maybe under 45 seconds.
Well, they're going to use that timeout, but it could be a moot point as Davis shakes a guy out of his shoes, gets the first down, goes down. Heady play right there by Bishop Davis. Give him 16 more yards, and that could just about do it.
Nail, meat, coffin. That is the ending right there. It has to be. I mean, despite the fact that there is a timeout called with just under a minute to go, 59.6 seconds.
He shook a guy out of his shoes right there, cut it to the outside. And more importantly than trying to get that 4th touchdown, went down, made Walker use the timeout. We've talked about all of the physical attributes of Bishop Davis, showing the mental aspect right there.
Yeah, and that's a huge. That just shows his maturity too, and his wherewithal and his ability to just kind of, I guess, in a way, read the room and just know the situation and everything, and understand. He's playing chess against the Walker Wildcats right now, and he knows that. Yes, don't run out of bounds and everything. Don't try to get the few extra yards. Just go ahead and go down now. Keep that clock running. In which this case, have the Wildcats burn one of their remaining 2 timeouts.
So 1:01 left to play in the ball game. Walker now down to 1 timeout. Ponchatoula leads it 20-15. They have it 1st and 10 at their own 39-yard line, and really, you could run a play here and then take a couple of knees and take this one to the house with the win here tonight. And Davis is just going to do that. He's going to take a snap, take a knee, run some time off the clock, and force Walker to use that last time out. So they'll give up 5 yards here. 2nd down and 15 coming up, but 54.6 seconds left in this one. And barring a miracle, Ponchatoula is going to win this one and open the season 1-0.
Yeah, but looking back on the whole thing, you got to give a lot of credit to this Ponchatoula offense. Really, they didn't really have to open up the passing game. Like I still think to this point, with under a minute to go here in the 4th quarter, one pass attempted here tonight?
Yeah, and it was picked off.
I
mean, that's the only bad thing Davis has done all night.
Yeah, I mean, you really shown, and I brought this term up last week, pick your poison. Many different ways this Ponchatoula team can hurt you. And I think even a new one that they introduced this week that they didn't use last week, I want to say Galladori getting into the mix too, the junior running back. And, it's just many different ways this team can hurt you. And, I mean, it's worked to their advantage here tonight. 2nd and 15.
And the victory formation, every football fan, coaches, players' favorite formation. Davis just takes the knee. They'll have to snap it one more time, but Ponchatoula going to win this one tonight, 20-15.
And these non-district games are huge right now. Don't let anybody fool you and say, oh, no, it's all about just the district. That's not true. It's really about everything. I mean, sure, the district carries a bit more weight, but this is a huge statement game right now for this team, for Ponchatoula, because this is going to be a pretty good Wildcat team this year.
Oh, absolutely. So they will snap it one more time. Davis takes the knee, and Ponchatoula holds on for the 20-15 victory here tonight. The clock is going to run out. The teams will meet at midfield, and the swamp is rocking here tonight. Ponchatoula wins it 20-15 as they open up 1-0, and they will go on the road next week to Dutchtown to face a very good Dutchtown Griffin team. So what we'll do is we'll take a 1-minute timeout. When we come back, we'll have our player of the game. Spoiler alert, I think we know who it's going to be, but we will announce that officially when we come back. Ponchatoula wins it 20-15. We'll be right back here on Cajun 107.1.
School zones ensure our children's safety when they're arriving and leaving school. I'm Sheriff Daniel Edwards, and when you see a school zone sign, please slow down and drive the speed limit. School zones are often very busy, so be sure to watch out for students crossing the street, boarding the buses, or getting into other vehicles. Also, remember to put away your cell phones while you are driving. I'm Sheriff Daniel Edwards, and let's all have a safe school year.
Fun things are happening during football season and all the time at Salty Joe's in Hammond. During football season, they have appetizer specials like $36 margarita towers, $25 beer towers, and $3 seltzer during LSU games and Sunday and Monday nights. Or if you're more of a brunchy type, have yourself some bottomless mimosas Saturdays from 11 to 2 and Sundays from 10 to 2. So the next time you think football and fun, think Salty Joe's. Salty Joe's on Range Road in Hammond.
Welcome back. Chris Coleman, Travis Connelley with you. Our final score here, Ponchatoula wins it 20-15. And now, last order of business, our player of the game brought to you by Kent's Tire. Get ready for those football road trips with tires, inspection stickers, oil changes, and minor automotive repairs. Shocker in this one. 3 touchdowns. Our player of the game, Bishop Davis.
Yeah, and really it's not only the fact that he scored 3 touchdowns, all 3 of them came 4th down with 1 yard to go. I mean, you don't see that every day. And really, Davis can not only hurt you really pretty much anywhere on the field. He showed you that he is capable of making something happen in short distance as well. Because really, if he does that RPO, he can go up the middle, to the left, to the right. It doesn't matter. He can make things happen.
And he showed the heady aspect of the game because making those plays at the end, getting down, inbounds, keeping the clock running, forcing Walker to burn those last timeouts. Bishop Davis, great game. But team effort tonight.
Yes, team effort. And, we got to throw one more individual effort out. You kind of called it, my friend. You knew that there was going to be I guess you had that feeling that there was going to be something special on that drive.
Hey, even a blind squirrel finds a nut every once in a while.
Well, they have, it was a unique situation. You're only up by 5, and you know that a touchdown can be a killer for you because that would automatically put them up, even without any extra point or 2-point conversion, what have you. We got to give credit to number 92, Troy Key Butler, who initially we thought it was a fumble recovery on that play. I believe it was a 4th down play, if I remember correctly. But the young man snatched it out of the air, an interception, really for a defensive lineman. That's huge. So we got to give an honorable mention here tonight. Troy Key Butler, senior defensive lineman.
So real quick, Ponchatoula going to head to Dutchtown next week. That's going to be a whale of a ball game.
Yes, I had done the game at Dutchtown before, back in my newspaper days, and that it's not only the fact that Dutchtown is a good team, it's a bit of an intimidating place.
It is.
They tailgate well there. The Griffins, they're purple, so you're going to be kind of swarmed in a sea of purple, if you will. Not too long of a road trip for Ponchatoula. Geismar is not too far away, but it's like I mentioned earlier. I believe Dutchtown, if it's not the largest or most populated school in the state, it's definitely up there. I'd say top 5 easily.
And speaking of purple, hey, we'll be in the sea of purple next week. Next Friday night, we'll be over Tornado Alley as Hammond will host Riverdale. Hammond coming off of a big win against A-Meat. So that will do it for us. For Ryan Toner back at the broadcast house, pushing all the right buttons. For Travis Connelley, I'm Chris Coleman. Thank you for making us part of your evening, and we'll see you down the road.
You've been listening to high school football action on Cajun 107.1. Your game of the week is brought to you by Bill Hood Import Corner, Kate Street Seafood Station, Beth Mazzell, Vixis Fiber, Commodore's Pizza, Tangi Parish Government Litter, The Track Coalition, V. Watts Furniture, Tangipahoa Parish Sheriff Daniel Edwards, Salty Joe's Barbecue, Florida Parish Juvenile Detention, Velocity Clinical Research, Tula Title, Coupe de Ville, Jimmy Travis for Tangipahoa Parish Sheriff, Bennett's Towing, Alexis de Corbier. We'll see you next week for the high school game of the week right here on Cajun 107.